Howdy. It's me. Can I be heard? Hello, Earth to the world. Woo. It's not just. Sorry. So I just noticed I still had a can of the old gamer subs. So I decided to bring it out to drink it. Forgot how gross it was tasting. Not gross it was tasting. I forgot how sweet it is, despite the fact that it's a zero sugar. But I should really, I guess on the surface, having things that are zero sugar is good. But if you're using the alternative sugar stuff, I believe they say that stuff is bad for you. Not aspartame though, right? It's like some other sort of alternate sugar, something to make it sweet. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. I just forgot. It's been so long since I drank it. I kind of forgot what it was gonna taste like. It's also like a peach mango. I'm technically allergic to peach, but if it doesn't kill me, then it must mean there can't be that much peach in it. And date was right. As it's expired. I didn't know energy drinks can expire. It's probably fine. It's only been a couple of months since I bought it, so it shouldn't have expired that fast. Although I'm really full, so I shouldn't be drinking it. Anyway. We're back with some more Paranormasight. Day ones? Yeah, you guys are day one. You guys have been here giving me money every day since I started this journey or something, I think. And now you guys get to have yourself the rewards of listening to me scream my head off. I'm gonna try not to. I really don't want to scream. But it's certainly gonna happen. At least now I know what to expect, and hopefully, at the very least, if I scream, I won't throw my controller around. This controller, every time I boot up Steam, I keep getting little pop-up notifications saying that my controller is connecting and disconnecting multiple times. So this controller, I just don't break my controller. I just don't want to break my controller. That's the best I can ask for. Excuse me. The thing is, if I go in knowing what to expect, maybe it won't get me. But I also know... I know it won't be that easy because I'm just a little baby. Which, honestly... Oh wait, I should switch screens, hang on. Honestly, wait, let me, how do you do anything? Here. Like, I get startled very easily with games like this. Or rather, like... Games that have jump scares and all that stuff, horror games, they get me very easily, if only because it's not solely because of visuals or anything, but it's because of the very sudden audio, sudden like loud noises. So it's like I feel like it's a normal thing to be startled by loud noises that you don't expect. But then I come out looking like the fucking freak when I do get startled by it. So it's like, whatever. I'm sorry that you guys don't get startled by fucking loud noises in your ears. Anyway, the last time we left off playing this, we had just finished the prologue, which was pretty long. And now we were introduced to like what do you call them? A flowchart of sorts. So presumably you're gonna be able to start from the beginning of Shogo Okie's journey with the 7 mysteries of Honjo and take alternate routes depending on how you proceed in the game and something like that. So I guess now it's just a matter of remembering what's happened since then, and hopefully I won't cry. Well, if I didn't cry the first time, I probably shouldn't cry. I probably won't be concerned about tears or anything. There we go. So we left off here. Screens are cracked, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. But there's an indication that there's a separate route here. Presumably if I don't... Looks like maybe I don't accidentally kill Yoko, because it was theorized, or it's probably right to assume. It's right to assume that us pushing that one time when we turned around because Yoko was reacting to something was us killing Yoko, as though we somehow had the effigy or whatever, that charm thing, in our hands, and killed her using the Whispering Canal's thing. I forget what they call them. Relic. I forget what the relics are called. Why? What's why here? Right. Files? What's the thing in my hand called? A curse stone. Curse stone. This little fishy thing. Right. And shopkeeper been yapping to us about things, and one of the last things he asked was, how many people have I killed? Or how many people have we killed? And then I said a number that I accidentally miscounted, but it turns out I've killed like 4 people. Yeah, it turns out I've killed 4 people and I accidentally hit 5? No. Wait, what was it? Wait. Have you determined how many people Shogo Kie has killed with this curse? Oh. How many people Shogo has killed, and how many people have I accidentally killed, and something like that. I don't, whatever. It doesn't matter. The screens that still have color have something undone in them. Okay. That's kind of what I figured. I figured that the ones that are grayed out are done. The ones that are... you can't do anything else with it. So now it's a matter of going back here and then seeing what other thing we can do. Summary of previous events. Shogo Okie is with Yoko Fukunaga at Kinshibori Park, searching for one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. His interest in the occult starts to grow as he learns more about it from Yoko. It says I have an option to restart or resume. Why would you want to restart versus resuming? Is it because if you've had actions previously done in this route, you would want to do something different? Or is there, like, in case you've missed some things? Let me see what happens if I resume. Start from the beginning would assume restarting, right? How is the right related to mysteries? That's when we're probably yapping. Something's happening to Yoko. This is the part where she was, like, pointing. So, presumably, I think... I don't know, I feel like I remember doing everything that I could before we got to this part, right? Didn't I, like, talk to her? I, like, went through all the dialogue stuff. I was in the process of editing the first part. And it's been slow going because, aside from being busy, my computer hates editing now. It, like, likes to lag my computer like crazy, so I can't really do it for long periods of times. But I'm going to see... I'll start from here, I guess, and then see where it takes me. Right, this part. And then it's like, yeah, what the hell? Feels like the air just changed. And then we look down at Yoko, and she's all, like, startled. I'm gonna think real quick. Something's got Yoko really rattled. And Yoko is just like, I feel eyes on the back of my head. I can't move. There's something behind me. Let's talk to her real quick. Yoko, are you okay? What's wrong? Let's talk again. Why? Yoko. It's no use. She's no condition to talk. Keep yelling her name. Oh. Okay, this is a new thing. So we keep yelling her name. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? There's nothing there. Don't worry about it. Yoko! Hang in there, Yoko! Look at me! You're gonna be okay! It's alright! There's nothing there! Yoko! It sounds like we shoved her to the ground, but I'm assuming she just fainted? And by doing that, that means that you didn't end up pushing, which would have activated the curse stone, and then it wouldn't have killed her. Oh, I see that there's a... I noticed the moon at first at the top, and I thought it was just for decoration, but it looks like it's a timeline of the day. So, like, during this part is when the sun's about to come up. So I guess that's gonna play a part in it. Interesting. All right, let's go here. Summary of previous events. Shoko cries Yoko's name in desperate attempt to wake her as she lies, unmoving, and blah blah blah. Okay. You could just continue, I guess. Alright, so now Yoko did not die. I guess we want to keep her alive. Even though I presume... my theory is that she called us out here to begin with is because she wanted to sacrifice us. Sorry. She wanted to sacrifice us in order to collect our souls so that it can gather up souls in the cursed stone so that she save her stupid Agopo or whatever the name of her pet is. Oh, she fine. She vibe. She just zooted.
Huh?
Oh, good. You're awake.
Oh,
Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused. I thought you really lost it. Also, I just had a thought. What if she had the curse stone? She slipped it into our pocket somehow. Maybe at one point when we were like, unconscious? Because I think when we started the game, we woke up and she was like, yo, Earth the Shogo, wake the fuck up, kind of thing. So I wonder if she planted the curse stone on us and then attempted to trick him to turn around so that she thought she could enact the curse on him. And by him having the cursed stone and killing him then, she would have gathered up more souls in the cursed stone, because they say that the people who are holding the cursed stones, you get more souls out of them compared to people who don't have the cursed stones. I'm thinking. We're thinking today. That energy drink, that one sip has given me the energy to think. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? What? This is the same shit that you said to her, or that she said to you.
Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before.
You're the one who said it earlier.
Oh, right. That might have been it. My humors were off balance.
What? Back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? Are they using humors in a different, like, context that I'm not aware of? Like, did people in the 80s or whatever just talk like this? Because, like, what the hell does humors mean aside from, like, funnies? Is humor like your funny bone or something?
Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal.
Yeah? I'm glad you're back to normal now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
But
I really don't remember what happened.
Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow. Alrighty. Interesting. What are you yelling about? Calm down. You just woke up from fainting.
What? Are you backing out?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me. So I'm worried about you. And I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation.
Come on. I just started feeling back to normal too.
Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay? Wow, he's so concerned for Yoko, but Yoko has been trying to kill him. I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. It's a reference to antique medicine where they believe you'd be sick because your humors were upset. You could then ingest variable substances to bring them back into balance. But humors is like in the do they literally mean like your ability, like your jokes are upset? Like, what does humors mean in this context? Like, in my head, I'm thinking like your humors are off balance means that you're not funny. But I feel like that can't be right. So if they're telling you to fucking take various substances to bring them back to balance, what is it that they're bringing back to balance? What does humor mean outside of being funny? A state of well-being. Okay, so it's almost like a probably not literally like vertigo, but our modern word humor comes from from good humor, so it doesn't have anything to do with being funny. I get it, but it's just like what's the definition of humor being, like outside of it not being funny? Even if it did come from an old word. But I guess if everyone's saying it's a state of well-being, I guess it just means your vibes or something like that, which is more better to understand. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. And the question is, are you gonna fight the curse stone on you, Shogo? Did the curse stone plant on you? Ah, so now we're in the day. So because of this turn of events, we did not run into any suspicious people. We did not get put in any particular danger because now it's morning. Or almost morning. Worried about Yoko after a bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mystery of the night. Despite her stubborn objections, she managed to persuade her by offering to continue search on his own. I wonder why, like, after you're finished with one part, it brings up the flow chart and then has you actively progress to the next part. Why doesn't it just continue on its own? Unless it expects you, you're gonna have the option to like jump around or something, but in further news, am I dead? Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in Sumida City Park. Did I die anyway? Or am I drunk? Oh yeah, I'm dead. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. So another cursed user got to us. No, it's drowning still. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area around the same time. I still ended up drowning. Someone ended up coming back to finish the deed. They kind of thought it was basically bile inside you, you know, because 6 people coughed up black stuff and that was bad humor. That's the prelude. Oh, I'm getting like actual like credits? Crazy. And that's that, we beat the game! The last session we started off, we finished the prologue and now we've beaten the game. Can I skip this? Oh, shopkeeper's gonna come out here and be mad at me and be like, hey, you can't skip the I can't even skip it. Wow, what an exciting game. I'm so glad I did it all. Complete the prologue. Oh, now the prologue's completed? Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogo Okie's story to a close. Ah, but this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The roots of the 3 protagonists have now been unlocked. 3 protagonists? Harue Shigima. Such interesting names. Harue Shigima. A woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Damn, did I know that he was kidnapped and murdered? Tetsuo Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who was looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Oh no, did his partner die? Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these 3 storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Thanks, you freak. Ah, okay. So Shogo really does not matter? Because his storyline officially ends with him dying either way. So now it's a matter of figuring out how to fucking go through all these other people's stories. How do I continue? Oh, here. So we can start with... I guess in theory you would want to go from top to bottom, right? So we can start with the mom who lost her son. The sweet, kind boy who stood up to bullies when they picked on the weak. Harue Shigima. The placement matters in the timeline. Oh. I guess then that would mean I should be starting with the ones that are like first here then? I'll start with Tetsuo then. Why not? Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, the 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. Oh, so it's not him. No. No. He visits the scene of the incident at the former Yasuda Gardens with his subordinate Jun Ario. Okay, so Jun is not the one that dies. It's someone else. Okay. That would make sense. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Tsutsumi is a very fun last name to say. Assuming that that's the last name. It should be the last name. Former Yasuda Gardens. This is where we were ambushed by the mom. when we're playing a shogo. We have the handsome young police officer who's got very thick lips. Hey boss, forensics all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll... Oh my god. Do I care about voice acting? I doubt I'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but... if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. Somehow, I doubt it'd be that simple. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Supposedly you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometimes, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. And we're gonna be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. What is this, Ace Attorney? Not that Ace Attorney uses anything called a spirit board, or... I'm guessing this is like their version of the Ouija board. Due to the occult craze, divinations become popular among the young boys and girls. All one needs is a coin and a piece of paper with letters and numbers written on it. Using these, all one has to do is ask a question of the called upon spirit, and it will move the coin to answer. It is believed to be a tool that was adopted by Western spiritualism and molded by Japanese occult enthusiasts. Though it's considered a form of divination, the ritualistic nature of its usage can cause self-hypnosis or auto-suggestion, leading to hallucinations or symptoms similar to spirit possession. Many schools banned these spirit boards after there were several cases of students sneaking into school at night, in addition to stories of people having seizures when using the boards. Damn, seizures. Alrighty. Listen up, Ariel. Put those lips away. You can't go blaming the death of your body on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this. I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Bias weakens our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. No, it's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. What is he looking at? Who is he staring at? He's like staring off in the distance, be like, oh, now. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way, it's a garden. You gotta get your blood pumped up. It's like going to the gym, but it's a garden. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. I can't read. Ugh, fine. Let's get this over with. Aye aye, boss. Okay, so I guess we'll examine our surroundings, and before something fucking scares me, I should be concerned, but I won't. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. Scene. Wow, sure is dirt. This is where the victim was found. Well, it's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. Excuse me. Don't. Okay. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River. But the river became so polluted that they cut it off. Look at the blue sky. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. I swear to God, if he does that thing that Yoko did where it's like, hello, moshi moshi, earth, the blah blah blah. Did you learn how to spin around? I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God, June. Okay, thank you. Now let's think real quick. Well, I guess I should talk to him, actually. Playing this with the controller is not the most intuitive. Or not, it's not intuitive. It's not very seamless. June Ariel. Detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. 1st Investigative Division. His rank is Sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. Rookie to newbie? He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. Use more people like... a baby? About the case. So, early in the morning yesterday, staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds. Let's see what happened. Did he... I just assume every time anyone has drool coming out of their mouth, they're just drowning. But I guess that doesn't necessarily mean... He's not like crying or anything like the others. No, he has something... He's got veins popping out of his head. Or like veins showing on his head. So it's probably not drowning. It probably wouldn't be drowning because the drowning happened at the Whispering Canal area. The fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums it up. About the victim. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old. Single. Like me. Except I'm not 27. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. Whoa, he looked cool. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of a cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He's also dressed exactly like a police officer would. In a varsity jacket. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but... It's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much, he had the most unfinished paperwork too. I always felt we needed an unusual guy like him to help us solve all of our unusual cases. Cool. Sounds like a nice guy. Sad to see him go. It's like Kuwabara, but dead. Once a rebellious gang leader himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance and demeanor suggest a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal, caring man at heart, looked up as a big brother by his peers. Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, consistently sloppy paperwork, less than formal attitude, essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiance whom he had been dating since high school. Okay. Maybe that's important to know. Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself.
Me? I was the most normal one in my classmates.
Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. There was one even weirder than you? You're not gonna elaborate? The fact that you brought him up must mean that he's important. Why do you keep adding on more dialogue as I'm going through the dialogue? As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy's done. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to have been some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no records of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of a park like that certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We got people trying to identify those prints. If we could find out who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it?
The only thing Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we could roll out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I don't know why I'm having such a struggle reading the text here. I feel like when it comes to like Ace Attorney or other games, I can read the text much more seamlessly. But here, I'm always struggling. I think it's because they say words sometimes that aren't not like commonly said. So I'm just like, I'm trying to like memorize it in my vocabulary and make it more of a common thing to say. I guess I'm just making that up. It's also, I also haven't played this game since May 2nd, so maybe that's also why. Apparently since May 2nd, I haven't read anything. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. Tsutsumi?
But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Ah, yeah. About that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work in a case like this now, just the two of us, it's a dream come true.
Why does he look like this? He looks wonky. Happy as I am to hear that. Well, how should I put it?
What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that.
It's getting late. You must be sleepy. What are you, an old man? EB baby. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon.
Yeah, I get it. Good talk. About the occult.
So all this occult stuff. Have you heard about it, boss?
What are you talking about?
This Rite of Resurrection thing that everyone's talking about.
No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere.
Oh, you have? That's surprising.
Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job.
But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe...
Cut it out. Nothing good can come from getting involved with that Rite of whatever or the Records of Fate.
Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult?
Stop that. Seriously. This isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but... bringing the dead back to life. That's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles. Got it?
Yeah, idiot, stupid. What are you trying to do? Get yourself killed? So I don't like that when you're done with the conversation piece, it gives a check mark, because that means I went through all this and we're not done talking yet. What do I gotta say? Everything? But boss.
Yeah?
Is this case really important enough to assign someone from the investigation division?
All cases need to be investigated, dog. You think just because someone didn't get murdered, you can't investigate? Well, actually, I was gonna say someone didn't get murdered, you don't need to investigate? Like, bitch, someone died too, and it was an officer. What do you mean? You'd be having the FBI on your ass.
I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but...
It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Boss, you know something, don't you?
It'll all become clear at time. Try not to worry about it too much.
It's a cop! A cop died! That's always a big deal, isn't it? Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right?
Yeah, why else do you think we let him wear a varsity jacket on the job? Oh my god, don't punch me!
Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something? I'm gonna fucking cough. Oh.
Oh no. I got the hiccups earlier. And usually when I get the hiccups, that means I'm gonna have the hiccups multiple times throughout the day. So if I start hiccuping, oh well.
Isn't that right?
You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know what? You know that? If you've picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Did a cop kill a cop? Ooh. I guess you don't have to elaborate, even though we're not done with this dialogue yet.
Well, it's our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer.
Are we done? Thank you. Jesus, what? You didn't have to. We didn't have to say that.
Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officers in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. What a nice guy. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. What? Was he making fun of him? Yo, his pointy, his index finger is so pointy. Bro, where'd the tip of your finger go? Why is this shaved off like that? Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Ario, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you. My goodness. There's just a lot of talking. Okay. What about the victim's family? This would probably go by a lot faster if I wasn't reading things out loud. I'd be zooming by all this dialogue. I could be done with this game in like 2 hours if I was just reading everything on my own. But no, I just had to be a fucking content creator and stream this fucking thing. The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City, but Hachime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias too. And he never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were at school. Over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. Is it gonna be that fucking lady who lost her son? That can't be, right? That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there have been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. We're not gonna see tomorrow, buddy. This game doesn't go past sunrise. I think. There's still more. Hey, boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the days before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. Uh-huh. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seemed as though Hajime had had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been in trouble for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. Yeah, look, if I was a high school girl, I was troubled, and a guy in a varsity jacket, this big, giant, intimidating guy, who claims that he's the cop, but how are you supposed to know he's a cop because he's not dressed as one? He's coming up to me trying to talk to me, trying to get me to talk about my problems with him. I wouldn't talk to him either, shit. That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. That it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. That's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see. You're thinking that it may have something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too. I didn't mean to click on him! Yeah! How is this still not done? I'm not a fan of how you go through the dialogue in this. Why do I have to click on this like 7 times for it to finish going through? Like, maybe I don't have to hear everything? I'm pretty sure I gotta hear everything. Otherwise, you're gonna miss details and stuff. But I feel like they could have condensed this in some way so I didn't have to constantly go in and click on it every time. Why can't you just keep talking? What was the other case he was working? This one is also related to a Komagata high school. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seemed to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Oh, she looks like one of them Yankees, or whatever you called them back in the day. Like the girls you see in, what's that one game? Shenmue. She's the one that goes, huh? What do you want? I say that as if I've ever talked about Shenmue in my life. I already know about it because I watched Brutal Moose's like old playthrough of him playing the entire game. Although he did do it recently again, but I didn't watch it. I watched his first time playing it, or his first time on stream playing it. But that game was a lot of fun to watch him play. I wouldn't play it myself because or maybe I would have played it myself. Actually, no, like I wouldn't have played it because of the combat, but there was aspects of that game that seemed really fun. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. I also just realized I was reading that, and I didn't take in anything that was just said. Something about a girl who was... Something about working with the girl, working with that Hajime girl. Hajime was this Yankee girl, I guess. I kind of forgot. We have to pay attention to everyone's names too, because they're such typical. They're like it's not that they're typical Japanese names. It's that they're Japanese names, but they're not super common. So they're not like a Yuki or like Akira or like all that stuff. They're all like they're unique names that I've never particularly heard of before. So now I just have to put it in my head, like remember who's who. But I don't remember who Hajime is now. Is Hajime the girl that died? Maybe? Fuck, I don't know. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd go down without... Oh, wait! There's a log. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay, the Yankee girl is Hitomi Okuda. And then the girl that died was Hajime Komaeda or whatever, right? The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. Who the hell is Hajime? Oh, is Hajime the cop that died? The fuck! I keep thinking Hajime. To be honest, when I see the name Hajime, I actually don't think of the Dangan Hajime. I think of Hajime from Hololive, so that really doesn't help me because the Hajime from Hololive is a girl. So that's why I kept thinking that Hajime was a girl. Okay, whatever. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right? Just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust, she might act out without someone to help her get through this. Hang on, let me. Wait. Troublemaker. Blah blah blah. Bad for a while, multiple charges, destruction of property, Hajime working with her. Okay, so Hitomi was the second case that Hajime was working with in terms of the juvenile stuff. And he was helping her out, and then she was about to open up. Then he met with the girl the day he died. Okay, and he met her on the day that he... Okay, I got it. Okay, I understand. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. I read this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida County Safety Bureau does their job. But... Can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl has something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk to her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing. Oh yeah, I'm sure they prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me, at least. Oh, I thought I was. You were? Shit, is that how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. Eh? It's probably just me, actually. Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So anyways, boss. Were you even listening? I also... This is such a nitpick thing. I do not like this guy's sideburns. Sideburns usually I don't have a problem with. But this guy's sideburns stick out so much that every time I see him, especially when his side profile, I keep thinking it's like dangling like earlobes, like how Buddha has it. Or some form of Buddha. I think, or like... There's some religious figure that has like really long dangly earlobes. And that's what I always think of. So like, he's cool and all, but I wish his sideburns weren't so prominent. It's a stupid thing to complain about. It's just this is what I think of every time I see him. We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata high school cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Okay. And then we still go... We're literally... Ah! We're gonna spend the entire night just going through all this dialogue. And when we get to the end of it, he'd be like, hey boss, look, the sun is coming up. God damn it. Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago. Outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? Someone called him here. I don't know. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. Since it seems like someone else was here with him. Could they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And then, they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. Then you'd think it was meditated? That would mean... They called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him. Whoa, it's the first spooky thing in like, how long have we been streaming for? An hour? Almost an hour? I've been here for almost an hour? You haven't done anything. Oh, God. Well, there's still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. Although technically speaking, I didn't start playing the game until like maybe like 12 minutes in the stream. So I'll give the game a little bit of leeway. I won't, but... Yeah. An editor could have done wonders. I was just thinking that there's a lot of fluff to the dialogue. It helps to like bring build up the characters and their development and stuff and show that they're talking like probably what normal people would talk about. But it does seem to not really add a whole lot. Like at least with Ace Attorney, you had like fluff dialogue that didn't really amount to anything, like the step ladder and other stuff. But there wasn't nearly as much fluff, in my opinion. But it's whatever, I'm just gonna get through it. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh, really? Funny. I've been wowed by yours, too. Why did that need to be a dialogue? What did that... I've been impressed by your detective skills. Wow, I was impressed by yours, too. We didn't need that. That was so not necessary. Especially since there's like a whole wall of things to talk about. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell's wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden. It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it. It's none of your business. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. You want to go out or something? That's the only way I would accept this dialogue right now, is if you were to ask. But I don't know. I doubt that's gonna happen. The department really pressured young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though. How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-something years ago. Huh? So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me, dipshit. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up on a guy like you. I would never. Please? I'm never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late, only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it at all. How sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ariel. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it. Not unless they're involved with police work themselves, or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss? You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense. Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? Oh my god, he's trying to hit on your daughter! Jeez, you don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. What, is it Yoko? Perish the thought. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own, though, huh? You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not. I don't think. Come on now, we both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're not talking about this. Okay, what did you want? I will try once more. Does persons of interest menu show the characters like Hajime? Probably? I think they show all the characters that you talk to. Probably all the characters that you talk to who give their names. There's Yoko, Richter Kai, Tetsuo, Jun, Hajime. And yeah, I also read through Hajime's a little bit. So yes, he is in the persons of interest. There's a guy that we killed. There's the guy that we killed. There's this motherfucker. Okay. Oh, we're not done! Now that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder. Why are you associating his marriage 20 years ago to a fucking murder case? That's like saying like, oh, you got married in this year? That's the year when Ted Bundy was caught. Jesus. You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied at Casey Academy. Oh my god. I was only in elementary school at the time. Why was it elementary school teaching about murder? What? What the hell is this game talking about? Ah. I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. Oh my god. You kids talking about these days. All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd rather really not talk about it. It was a disturbing case. He's pouting. Why are you pouting? I don't want to talk about it. That case was annoying. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. Oh, I think he was saying that he'd learned about it in the academy, but he had first heard about it in elementary school. Even then! He first heard it in elementary school, presumably that the kids were talking about it, not that they were learning about it in class. Oh my god. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. I'm so mad I'm pouting. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may have never caught him at all. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have stuck Fumichika and Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It had already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. Does that matter? I guess it must matter because it got added in. A notorious case from 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it belonged to a missing female high school student. It appeared to have been severed deliberately. The police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made it impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense. The divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. The time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as there had ever been. Neither fish or shellfish could survive, and even especially causing the annual firework festival to call off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, police discovered a number of identified human bones. This caused a stir among the police that several young women had gone missing in the Tokyo area. It was feared that they may have fucked into the victim. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced to determine the identity of the deceased, and people are not able to... Due to overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, investigation grounds to halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention during a questioning about a separate incident. Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victims, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted and leading to her arrest. Nejima testified that he had been snatching his victim from the streets and confined in her underground storeroom in the shop, which also served as living quarters. She chose for no special reason, simply because she was an opportune target of seeing her walking alone at night. After taking her locked for several days, he restrained her, stood her outside. Severed her fingers and tossed, blah, blah, blah. She screamed silently below her sealed lips. He proceeded her wrists, ankles, elbows, blah, blah, blah. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness, blah, blah, blah. It continued until she died of blood loss, dismembered the rest of the body, disposed it behind the home, blah, blah, blah. Brutality, the actions shocked everyone. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulged the details of the motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, I don't know what came over me, I don't know what's wrong, blah, blah, blah. Police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. The efficiency of the method strongly suggests he had committed similar crimes in the past. No corroborating evidence came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So a guy... Oh, we're done talking. Oh, thank God. So a guy from 20 years ago kidnapped a high school student, dismembered her, let her die from blood loss, threw her body parts into a river that was polluted already to begin with, so no one could figure out, no one can really dive in deep to find all of her parts. Ended up finding him because he divulged details that no one should have known about, and he got sent to life in prison. Okay. Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Whoa! Okay. I didn't scream. I didn't scream. Oh God! What is that? Huh, boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. Well, which curse is this one? And excuse me for a second while I look into this and refresh my memory real quick. We have the Fool's Possession. Hear the sound of music? Nope. Beckoning light? What's this? Blah, blah. We're at the garden right now, right? Haunting clappers? No. Evergreen Beach? The tree? Former Yasuda Gardens. Somehow no one has ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. A beautiful beech tree stood in the garden. It was so impressive that the house became known among the Peach's Beach residents. No one has ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the internally green tree became the evergreen beech. That doesn't speak of anything about a dead person. Firefighter, foot washing, no. One-sided reed, maybe. He cut off the legs. Oh, there's no reeds though. Ever burning. Oh, this is the worst music to be listening to while trying to read. Imagine going to a cafe trying to read a book and you're hearing this music. Something about a fire, the rite of resurrections, cursed bears, cursed stones. No, I was looking at the mysteries. Which mystery would this fall under? This dead person. Music, beckoning light. No. Look at the hanging. Okay, whatever. I don't care. The true lie is no rumor. Believe me. Damn it! It was that case all along! Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? What does that say? Do not be fooled. The true something. There's no rumor. Believe me. I can't read it. Ah! Such deep sorrow and resentful memories filling my mind. Those who deceive with falsehoods and unto is hung up forever in eternal darkness. Kill them! Kill them! Those who spread lies. Kill them all! You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the evergreen beech. It is the tree one! You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Press the use curse button when someone lies to you. Okay, well... Unless you're insinuating that my junior here is lying to me, then I'm not gonna press anything. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. But what does that imply? Is that implying that he has a curse stone? Now. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Kill who? Kill who? The detective has made no insinuation that he wanted to kill anybody for the right of resurrection. He doesn't want to bring anyone back to life, to our understanding. Who? Boss! Boss! Okay, and before something jumps up, just be careful. Be on guard. Boss! What's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry. I'm fine. Ariel. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no, your senility is kicking in. Senility? Senility. It must be senility. It can't be senility. Senility. I've never heard that word. Whatever. It's kicking in, isn't it? I know it means being senile. It's just I've never seen that specific word. No, we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. How are you gonna explain this to him? Sorry. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I guess we knew that. We did see them outside as Shogo. So now here's the question. Is that because we saw that, and I don't need confirmation on this, so I don't want to see spoilers or anything. I don't want, this is just me theorizing or it's like speaking out loud or thinking out loud. Does that imply that he is bearing a cursed stone and that he has someone that he wants to bring back from the dead, so to go through the rite of resurrection? Or were we seeing that as someone else who has a cursed stone that's near them? But I feel like that can't be right. It must be that Tetsuo has it, or Ario has it. One of these motherfuckers has it. But we won't know for a good while, because it looks like the next scene here. This is when Shogo and Yoko are still at the park. But they're at the bridge where we meet that one guy with a really nice cardigan, who we had to turn down the voice volume for to kill him or whatever. They're at that bridge, so we're done with him for now. We'll go to Yako Sakazaki and deal with her first hour. Yako Sakazaki searches for the rite of resurrection, hoping to revive her friend who jumped to her death. To get the information she needs to meet her classmate Mio Kurosuzu in the classroom at midnight to attempt to use a spirit board. If you say so. The one that has an entirely different pronunciation from senile, because English makes sense. Do you mean to say senile is not pronounced senile in other countries? Is it how is it pronounced in other countries if it's not senile? Senile? Senility? That would roll off the tongue a little bit better, but this girl's cute. But she has side character energy. Senility isn't pronounced like senile. So it's not senility, it's senility. It must be, right? That rolls off the tongue better. Senility. I'm gonna like fertility and all that shit. Yeah. Okay.
That should be everything. Okay, let's start. You ready for this, Jaco?
What do I need a second for? I need a second.
Sorry. Give me a second.
All the girls are gonna sound. Everyone's gonna sound the same. I don't care. Yako looks like a girl that would make it well as like an idol, like a K-pop idol or something like that. She's pretty.
It's okay. It's normal to be nervous your first time. There's nothing to be scared of. I promise. Thanks. I'm ready.
Although I think I kind of gave her a voice the first time we played this because we saw her before we accidentally or Shogo killed her, but.
Alright, let's start. This is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put a finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board.
Me too? Me too. Sorry. Drinking an energy drink that's carbonated is really a bad idea for a stream. But everyone that I watch always drinks energy drinks, so whatever.
Like this? Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Oh, Spectre at the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn.
Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Hello? Oh, you almost got me. I was like, they're all the same thing. You almost got me. I don't remember what was said. Please visit us? Must be. I hope so.
Spectre of the Spirit Board, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us.
What? I got that wrong. I got that good? I don't remember her saying it twice. What? Huh? I didn't say it twice. I mean, she didn't say it twice. Why did I say it twice? Okay, whatever.
Good. Please tell us if you are there.
Whoa, it really moved.
Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now.
Right, questions.
Start with the question you know the answer to and see the response. Then, when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know.
Okay, I'll start with something simple. What is this place? What is my name? What is this place? What is my name?
I think it should know the answer to this.
Oh, Spectre at the Spirit Board. What is my name? Oh. Huh? What's the matter?
How strange.
It doesn't know your name. Oh!
No.
Huh? It told me no.
Ah, I bet it means it doesn't know. It may be the Spectre at the Spirit Board, but it doesn't know everything.
Is this spirit really the real deal? Yeah!
It's fine.
I feel like it's giving me attitude. So not that. Whoa, what is this place? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Where are we? Hi. High school. High school. That's right.
The answers don't seem to be very precise.
Oh, I have to go through all of them. Okay. I thought there was like a right or wrong thing to choose. Oh, Spectre at the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre at the Spirit Board? No. Oh shit! It really went no! Huh? It said no? Is it lying?
Not quite. The Spectre at the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happens to be nearby just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as a Spectre at the Spirit Board.
Oh, really? Huh. Feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre at the Spirit Board?
Yes.
They do mind, so stop calling it that. Yes, okay. Thanks.
Always good to remember to say please and thank you.
I always love that when it says, like, when people ask, like, do you mind if blah blah blah, and people's like first instinctive answer is to say yes, go ahead, but you're supposed to technically say like, no, I don't mind, go ahead, but people always just instinctively say yes, please, feel free to do it, or whatever it is you're asking, and then we just go, yeah, all right. Fine. What is the name of the girl across from me? Me. Oh. Mio. That's right. That's not fair. It knows your name, Mio.
It even used a weird character you used to spell your name.
It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. It didn't use any characters to spell my name. It didn't know my name.
How flattering.
Huh? What does that mean? Huh? What does she mean by that? I bet. Even the teachers get it wrong all the time. It didn't know my name. It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. What's the name of the girl across from me? Mio. That's right. Girl, that's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. I don't... What does this mean? I don't get what they're saying here. What is the name of the girl across from me? Mio. That's right. Girl, that's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. I bet. Even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I don't understand what this is saying. Is it saying that the spirit board spelled Mio's name wrong? The weird character you used to spell your name. What does that mean? It's also not talking about Yako. Yako I can understand being spelled wrong because of 2 Ks. But the spirit board doesn't know our name. Huh? I don't understand. I'm confused. Yeah, I need water. I don't know about that voodoo. Whatever. I guess I'll never know. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you.
Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that.
What's my name? I'll ask it again. What is my name? No. It didn't even hesitate this time. Cheh. Alright, it's time to ask some serious questions.
Yeah.
Who does Mio have a crush on? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. What is the name of the boy Mio has a crush on? Instead of using the standard katakana O, her name is spelled using the katakana wo alongside the middle dot, which gives it a slightly archaic or unique flair. Oh, okay. So it's a Japanese specific thing. I feel like they could... I wish they could have explained that a little bit. Or maybe it explains it in the person of interest. Excuse me. Oh, she's so cute. Mio transferred to class C2C. Blah 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 blah. Nope, doesn't mention. It doesn't mention anything about her name. Okay, so I guess people were just simply left dumbfounded about that if they didn't know anything about katakana. Her name is spelled using the katakana wo. I guess the idea is that in the original Japanese, this board wasn't in English. So it was using like katakana. Maybe potentially like katakana and hiragana. And then instead of spelling Mio with the O katakana, they spelled O as in the wo one. Which then I can understand. If you know katakana, if you know a little bit of Japanese, that would make sense why they would make a comment on that. But that didn't translate well to English at all. They were so direct with that translation that it made no fucking sense. It could have changed to something else. Like maybe instead of like Mio in the English, they could have called her like Miwo or something, and then or like made her name spelled as Miwo. Or like, I don't know. There could have been a way to get that across better, but whatever. I wasn't smart enough to get it. I kind of thought maybe that this board was in English in the original, but I guess I was expecting too much.
Hey, you're gonna ask that kind of question?
Doesn't everyone ask this kind of stuff with spirit boards? Besides, I'm curious.
No. Let's not do this.
No. Said no. Guess that must mean you don't have a crush on anyone. Or they don't know it.
Phew. Yeah, that's it. Noah's correct. Let's move on.
No, the fact that she got all flustered about it. Or maybe... Oh, Spectre at the spirit board. Do you mean the boy isn't in our class? Oh, there it is. Wow.
Hey, stop that! Don't make me exercise you!
If that's the case, then... Oh, Spectre at the spirit board. Is it a teacher at our school? Aw. Which, that probably sounds bad for people, but like, as someone who grew up always with the teacher fantasy type of deal, or like romanticizing the teacher fantasy type of deal, like teacher-student relationship type of deal, it's whatever for me. But I know it's not good, and I know there's a power dynamic and an age dynamic. Don't talk to me about it, I don't care. Ah, no good, huh?
Phew. Yago, cut it out already. We made the effort to sneak in at night. We shouldn't waste time with these questions.
You got a point. Michio's cause of death. Okay, here I go. I'll be serious now.
Yes, please.
Oh, Spectre at the spirit board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? Oh. What if the spirit that we're talking to is Michio? Oh. So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now's the important part.
Yeah.
Michio's cause of death. Actually, wait. Who showed up in the... Was it the files or was it a person? Oh, here.
Wow.
Wow. They're so pretty. Girls are so pretty. Michio was a second-year student at Komagata High School. She was found deceased 1 week ago in a back alley off of South Wadagusi Street. Her entire body broken and severely contorted. How you gonna... Well, if she jumped off a building, then I guess your body would be fucked up. Police determined that Michio committed suicide jumping nearby apartment building as there was no suicide. The police based on conclusions in Gio, blah, 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 blah. Honor student, good head, shoulder, consistently excellent grades, favored among teachers. She appeared reserved, courageous spirit. Michio and Yako were best friends, unbending promise. Beneath her strong exterior, Michio had been pushing herself too hard and keeping her emotions bottled up. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving to a new house, Michio began avoiding Yako. The two remained blah blah blah. Yako worried for a friend, but capable of waiting to complications of Michio's home. Look after distance, days passed. Michio no longer confessed everything to Yako. The moments never came. Michio carried an old talisman, a memento of her father with her at all times. She was carrying a curse stone! Anyway. Oh, Spectre at the spirit board. Did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? Yes. Ow, really? Oh, she accidentally fell off a building? It said yes. So it was an accident and not a suicide.
Michio.
Then, did she slip and fall from the apartment building? No. Huh?
She didn't?
What do you mean? Michio didn't die falling from the apartment building? Oh. No way. If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that in the back alley of the apartment building?
It was an accident, but not a fall?
Oh, Spectre at the spirit board. What happened to Michio on that day? Oh. Seems like it doesn't know the details. I'm scared. Oh shit, we're just going straight to it. Where's the rite of resurrection? Then how about... Oh, Spectre at the spirit board. We want to use the rite of resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the rite of resurrection is? And before something starts, I'm scared. I'm so scared. This is like the perfect time for something to jump out.
I wonder.
Huh? I didn't see exactly what it was. I think I saw like a fat face, but I screamed a little bit, but I held it in. I held my controller on very tightly.
What is this?
Stop! I'm scared, Mio! Oh, something's wrong with Mio.
Calm down! You can't let go before it's over!
Ah, okay. Here at the persimmons. No, the processions?
Ah!
Okay. Such deep sorrow, resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Fool's procession, those who hear it, that fall into the depths of hell, kill them. Wait, before you kill anybody. The fool's procession, is that the... which one's that? A mysterious tale regaling an encounter had by a daimyo at his residence at Honjo Ushima at the high school. When walking around his estate, he heard the sound of a music much like that of a Kagura performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would wade when one neared the Waragesui Canal. The source of the sound was never located. The story is also known as the procession of the Tanuki, as many were to believe that it was Muslims of mischievous tricksters behind it all. Oh, so she was tricked into like... well, she didn't fall though. They said that she didn't fall off the building, so... Kill them! Kill them! Those who hear the sound! Kill them all! You've acquired the power of the cursed stone, the Fool's Procession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the cursed echo for more than 30 seconds. The effects will be negated if you are seen in that time. Oh, so you have to... if you play the song, you have to be hiding for 30 seconds before it could kill somebody. That's hard. 30 seconds? Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. How, in what situation would you be able to use that? 30 seconds? I couldn't even hide behind a tree for 30 seconds, and I didn't have any intention to kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Jeez, these curses are menaces, man. Just telling everyone to kill people. That's so fucked up. Alrighty. Interesting. This looks like it's gonna be a... there's the flashback here because she's in school. It looks like it's during the day in the sepia tone. Okay, so we've gone through... we're now at the same point of time with... the three of them are all the same point of time. So now... next step is to do the first one for Haruhi Shigima, the mama. When the son of Haruhi Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Haruhi has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late that night, while speaking to the detective at home, something strange suddenly appeared. All right, it's time to start. Okay, I guess we'll start with this. May those who mock fires perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. The flames bearers. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. This poor woman. Her first... there's no introduction to this thing. She just starts off with the fucking man on fire being like, kill them all! Let me see the, what was it? The haunting clappers. An enduring superstition as the evening bell rings in Ireicho near present-day Shumoku Bridge. A night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all while striking his wooden clappers. Tonight, the sound of another sort of set clappers clap back. He curiously clapped his clappers together. Clack, clack. The echoes answer again, but no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from spirits of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. Okay. So he warns of a fire with clappers, but then at some point he hears the clappers back. And because of that, this cursed stone gives you the power to kill someone with fire. A murderous impulse, blah 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 blah. Now, kill them! Kill them all! Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You so strongly desire the right. Kill them. Kill them all softly with this charm. Excuse me. Haruhi Shigima. Shigima Mansion Reception Room. Oh, she fancy. She has a mansion. She's lost her son, but she rich. Back with me, ma'am? Alright, I think I gave him a voice similar to how I did Sherlock Holmes. Or Sherlock Sholmes. Can't say I understand what just happened. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. A good mood? I saw a man in flames come up in front of me. I'm so happy. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Gosh, she looks fucking crazy. She also has the hair on the side, which indicates that as a mom, she's going to die. So she's signing her life away by doing that. Sweet dreams. Gosh, she looks fucking crazy. Oh, she's a housewife. Oh, yeah, she rich then. She gotta be rich, or her husband's rich.
No. Not dreams.
This also implies that maybe she's already had the cursed stone previously, or she's known about it, so she knows about the powers and what it can do. Because if she wasn't startled by that, or she could just be weird, I guess. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. You don't have to sit that low. It's okay. You can sit up straight a little bit, buddy. An old hanging scroll.
I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born.
Wow, it's been here for a long time now, because you're probably old.
An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what those flowers are called.
Oh, she rich.
The telephone. This mansion has a private line.
Good information.
A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I really find a use for it.
And yet we have it. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh god, it's a TV. Oh no.
A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there is no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with Father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse.
I wonder if this is her house then, or if she married into a mansion. Because her father brought this TV? It makes it sound like it implies that this is their house, family house. Also, I'm scared of the TV because last time we saw a TV, the shopkeepers showed up and fucking scared the bejesus out of me. So I'm like afraid that the shopkeepers are gonna show up and try to scare me and be like, peekaboo!
The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual Richter here. Usually it's just me.
Hmm? What's that? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Looks like a sticker.
Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before. Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down.
Let me take a closer look. Was it a bird? I can't even see what it is. Oh yeah, it's a bird. It's a rooster. I knew it. It's Head Hencho from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Oh, it's zooming in.
Excuse me?
Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds.
The what?
They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents.
I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you.
The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just start showing up around town, and soon enough, they'd won everyone's heart. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when and where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sort. This better not be like some sort of like Easter egg or like collecting thing that I have to find. Excuse me? To think one would jump... No, wait, what? To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign. I'm sure of it.
Oh, well. That's nice. My son is dead.
Oh my god, it's an actual collectible. Dude, he looks so fucking tough though. It's a cool sticker, but I don't want to go through all that. And seeing the transparent squares in the back, it reminds me of those shiny stickers that I would see in those little vending machines that you would put like... They would cost like 25 cents or like 50 cents. You put it in and you turn the thing around and you get like a stick. It's kind of like a gotcha thing almost, but it's been around for like a long time. You get these little shitty stickers and they're like silver. A lot of times it had like, I don't remember what you call them. They're not called smiling friends. They were like these bunnies that were like troublemakers, like little cartoon bunnies. And they would be like, yo, I'll fuck your shit up. They didn't say anything that serious, but it was like kind of like, oh, you look like a bat hit you in the face or something like that. I forget the exact thing. But they were like little cute little bunnies, but they were like mean, like little like bullies or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know if that's a thing that was made around the world or if it was a regional thing. So bringing it up means nothing if I don't know the name of it.
Stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't the one to listen to music often. But anyone can enjoy some music. Anyone can enjoy some music. Anyone can enjoy some music. Okay, I guess let's look at Richter for real quick. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They say he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort.
Well, it's a good thing you can trust him. He's got a job now. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time, you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about?
Well, where to start? It all started when my mother gave birth to me.
Interesting. Very interesting. So the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection. And gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? You really just blatantly told him? Is he like he must have shown up being like, yo, you ever heard about the rite of resurrection, the 7 mysteries of the Hanjo? Crazy stuff. I love it.
That's right.
So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. Oh, she has it. I saw that cursed stone appear in your hands myself. It just phased into So it's like a matter of like if you really believe in it hard enough that you want someone coming back to life, that'll just show up. That doesn't explain how Shogo got it though. Because if it just appears out of nowhere, then I wonder if like Shogo actually felt that he wanted to do the rite of resurrection for somebody before he killed Yoko? No, that can't be, because he said he wanted to use it for Yoko. Or it's because he was so down bad for Yoko that he wanted to do the rite of resurrection, not to bring back somebody, but for him to do it for Yoko. Who knows? Interesting. Interesting theorying. Lots of theorizing. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. What evidence that clear? There's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work.
I don't think you quite understand.
Ow?
This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head, as clear as day.
You just knew, huh?
It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone.
I like how this private detective that you hired is just sitting here being like, yep, you sound completely normal and not in need of therapy.
Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire.
I see. That could be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity.
The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment. Remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
That might be a good idea.
The dynamic between these two is kind of like stressing me out. Because, like, you have a guy who was hired to help her with something. I don't even remember what to help her with, because her son is dead. So maybe to further investigate the what happened with her son. What was it? Hang on. Person of interest. Her 11-year-old son Shuichi. Shuichi, no! Kaede would be so sad. Was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was a result of a mistake on the part of a detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all the contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. Incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the investigation. Haru to call on the service. Oh, he's still at. He hasn't been caught. Her kid's murderer. Oh shit. Okay, that's why they hired the private investigator to try to uncover the truth and find him. Shigma family comes from a line of samurais. They assumed important positions in the police force following the revolution. Many Shigma line works, bureaucrats. Haru's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Academy. Her husband adopted into the Shigma clan. Okay, so the husband married into the rich. An arranged marriage. Okay, highly respected agency official. Okay, so he also had power and money. Family prioritized work above all else. It wasn't long before blah blah blah. Though she wanted nothing. She's isolated from neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haru a purpose in life. It was cut short, blah, blah, blah. Following the incident, spent many days in deep depression, blah, blah, blah. Months ago, Haru's husband was transferred to another area working and now returns home. Haru left to live in a large empty mansion alone. Housekeeper husband with family comes and take care of the household, has nothing but time on her hands. She should have just moved with him. She should have just moved with her husband. So she could have been with him, even though they seemingly don't care about each other. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers. Oh, okay, you know, I thought that was leading to somewhere interesting. Because, like, out of nowhere, albino bird. But, okay. All right. So that explains. So he was hired to try to help this mom who wants to know where her son's killer is and to bring him to justice. But he's come to learn that he's dealing with a fucking mom who's on the brink of like insanity or has already gone insane and she wants to kill someone. She's openly told a private investigator that she wants to fucking kill somebody, and she assumed that he'd be okay with it. So I guess that means that he also wants someone dead. Hang on, let me go back to Richter's real quick. It talked about how he wasn't happy with the police or something like that. Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft nation led him to take on too many cases and put his office in dire financial straits. How he's in business is still a mystery, with some whisperings that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studies alongside Detective June Area at the police academy. Oh, he works with June? He worked with the big lip, the junior detective? Junior officer? Junior detective. Given his outline as well, he probably refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though he never knows. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about, like... There's no indication that he wants someone dead. But interesting. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigma. Okay, so I guess if I didn't read all that, he would have said it out loud anyway.
Oh yes, I remember.
Like, I hired this man, he's in my house right now, but I completely forgot what I hired him for.
They never did find the one who did it.
That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead.
So you said.
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I remember. You were just about to tell me.
Wait, updated? What updated? Stop updating things. There's too much things to look at. Look at all these red dots. I'm not even... Huh? Oh! They give summaries of things in the guide. How nice of them. What new? Something new? Oh, okay. It adds the cursed stuff. Okay. What is that? What is the cursed item? Kills by fatal fall. What? Oh, it's a mask. I see. It's a mask being cradled. I see. What's this? The clappers. Oh, the clappers aren't shoes. The clappers are like things in your hands. Okay. When they said clappers, I assumed they were clapping their feet. Wait, the drawing. Oh, the ghost thing in the picture literally has clappers in their hand. I thought this entire time when they said things were clapping, I thought they were clicking their fucking shoes. But in my head, I was like, I also saw that the guy in the picture, he's wearing like those like reed sandals, like the ones made out of straw and all that stuff. So I knew those couldn't clap. But in my head, I was like, yeah, they're just like clapping their feet. I thought it was just a silly little thing. I didn't realize that there were like wooden blocks. Stupid. Does he have clappers on? I'm still thinking about shoes. Oh my god, I'm over it. I'm over it. Wow, red, everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's so hot. It's so hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat has been burned up by the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right, I'll just use clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? All right, her. Must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch, those hauntingly cold eyes, had my lord dancing the palm of her hands. Perhaps I was so taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like my head will split open. Ah, right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Clack, clack. Okay, interesting. So the story is that he was on fire for some reason. He blames it on some vixen who charmed people or something. So he's clapping to let people know that there's a fire and to come help him. But someone else is clapping, presumably because they see that there's a fire. So they're warning of the fire. But then the guy who's on fire trying to clap is like, why the fuck is no one coming to my clapping sound? I gotta clap louder than this person. Wait, I didn't realize that there was like stories to the thing. So what does the beach one say? Who's this man with his tongue? He deceived us with the so-called rite of resurrection. Ooh. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jin Kichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting Netscape claps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic and is the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to his own cruel fate. Perhaps he ended his own life unable to bear the weight of his crime, but a dead man tells no tales, and the people thought of him as the bad man even in death. He hung there for days till his neck cracked horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars with a rope wrapped around his body. The beech tree leaves do not fall, neither did the man's body hanging from it. The mansion owner was not home on another unfortunate event. People held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persist nonetheless. So, this guy, he tries to mislead the cursed bearer with false. What? I don't even. Huh? This one's a confusing one because this one starts off with just basic saying like, "Oh, this superstition comes from the fact that there's a beech tree at this garden that the leaves never fall from it. We don't know why it's a legend. It's weird. It's just a tree." And then it goes into the story behind it about how a guy made Netscape clasp, which I don't know what that is. Some sort of accessory, I guess. And something happened where it became too greedy, and as a result hung himself, and no one noticed him, and he hung there for so long that his neck stretched. I don't know, whatever. I don't know why I wasted all my time reading that. I was just curious. Okay, investigation. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found, and then we can make a decision.
Alright.
Why did you even leave the conversation? Just talk. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I... Oh, it's because you want me to... Okay, you want me to go through everything? I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself.
No, I'm very familiar.
Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and then confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to... Let's see here. Northern Oyoko River. It's here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area.
That's right.
In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly what the calls were coming from. But it was most certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute, factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house. It's likely that he was abducted by a car on his route home.
Maybe, but...
Exactly. Shuichi's a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger.
That's right. I was very firm about that. I knew he understood, too. I even saw him warning the other children.
It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is, There weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. It was his dad. His dad did it. But nobody came forward to say that they saw anything suspicious. And the fact that he moved away for work to be away from the scene of the crime, his father did it. So did they target him at some other time or just somewhere far away? Wait, so did they target him at some other time or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off?
The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lucky.
Well, why not turn the problem on its head? I'm gonna turn you on your head. Just continue talking! Kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get in the car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have had a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps? Or a relative? Or somebody else that he knew.
But all the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked on them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? What if someone was a police officer in the day, but a private investigator at night with his own business on? He also had a nice hat, and he also had really nice hair. It could be anybody. That would explain why he didn't find him suspicious. The Shigma family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them.
You might be right. But surely, they couldn't have.
Well, there's a problem with that theory. You'd be surprised at how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be visible deterrents against crime. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Oh my god, another child kidnap him? That's so fucked up. Even kids who have been warned against stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean...
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car?
He might have.
Imagine someone comes up to you and be like, yo, I'm trying to get to the fucking Burger King down, like, on the street that's over here somewhere. Can you come into my car and tell me how to get there? It's crazy. Oh, Shuichi, you were such a kind boy. Assuming that that's what happened.
My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children.
You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, that he might have something here.
Then you'd think the culprit was a young woman. But it was a man's voice on the phone.
She might have been an accomplice. Or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. Or she died because she jumped off a building and was a high school student. Well, never. That was a year ago, right? This kidnapping happened a year ago. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See what I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anybody had seen something. And one man thought he had. See, this is the stuff that's interesting. That whole segment with the police officer, the old and the young guy, them talking about all that shit was fucking, it was mildly boring. Here, this is the juicy shit. This is the true crime shit.
Do you mean he saw it happen?
Well, I can't say that for sure yet. Turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Oh shit, did you have to suck his dick for information? Several hours earlier. I recognize this scene showed up in Shogo's flashback, I think. Alright, this should do. I seem to remember in this area the flashback was like Yoko and Shuichi like first meeting or something, and they were talking. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again? Jonuchi. No, it's the same name as Joey Wheeler, but in Japanese. Jonuchi. I gotta say it the proper Japanese way. Jonuchi. Yo, the sideburns? They can't. I was gonna say, is this guy the old detective? It can't be. This is a year ago. Crazy. I was like, this man fucking went back. The sideburns, I guess, were a big thing during this time. Jonochi. Got it. Well, Jonochi, I'm all ears. You can't be all ears. No, I'm gonna go blind. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigma's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Or do I need to give... I don't even know what kind of voice to give him. He seems like a... I assume he's like a side character, but... Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Ah, forget it. Sorry to do a disservice to you, Jonochi. I don't know what kind of person you are. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. This is definitely the voice of a serious person. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? Oh! He also kind of reminds me, I think it's because of the way his hair is so poofy and the way he looks. He kind of looks like, he reminds me of those old photos you see of Nintendo when their employees, like the people that have been working with the company for ages. It reminds me of one of them. Like there was that one, like I think I'm just thinking that it looks like an old-timey Japanese person. That really doesn't narrow it down, does it? I'm just being fucking narrow-minded. A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. What have you done? You're not a teacher, right? Wait. No, why did I think teacher? Sorry. It's because it was because of that one instance where Mio and Yako were doing the spirit board and they said, "Oh, do you have a crush on a teacher at school?" That's why I brought up teacher. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shiguma. Did I? Oh, I called it. I said she jumped off the building because of... Oh, shit. Come again? Did I say that? I felt like I called something about that. I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Yeah, you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anyone? Well, you see, you can't explain that. If you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. Excuse me. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time. And you think she's coming for you now that you spilled the beans? Yes, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. But it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl, a fully grown man, so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? There's more pouty lips. Every single character in this game has to have pouty lips. I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true. Her house. Forget it. Why did I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known that you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. I need a piece so badly. Hey! What's up, Bombay? That's about the long and short of it.
I can hardly believe it.
At that time, I thought his mentions of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it.
Then, if we could just find that girl...
Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. Oh, but they don't realize that she's already dead. So, on top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Kohei Jonuchi. He's a teacher. He's a teacher! I called it, but I called it for the wrong reasons. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida.
A teacher? Then this schoolgirl
is one of his students? I think that's very likely. Everything is connected. Stop taking me out and just continue with the talking, please. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. Oh, okay. Oh my god, finally it's done. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in a cult magazine the other day. Apparently, some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo.
I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent them to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive.
You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. No shit, what the fuck else would she be after the right for? No, I'm trying to bring back my pet cat to life. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I could tell how much he meant to you. Yeah. It's almost like it was her son or something. It's crazy. But I can't, yeah, I guess I should expect that, yeah, your son meant a lot to you. But, and this is a big but, if this right is a real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul.
Is that a problem? Look me dead in the eyes, detective. Does it look like I would give 2 fucks if I kill
100 people to bring my son back? Look at me literally dead in the eyes as my eyes are dead. Saying some stupid shit. Come on now. If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you.
Oh, that's a shame.
Shame, huh? That's all?
I thought, if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, that your detective skills might come in useful.
You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? There's her pouting.
I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this.
That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them.
I won't be a party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. What if I give you like an extra, like I give you the money and I also give you an extra Crunchwrap Supreme deal? There you go. I'll pay you.
How much can I give you to change your mind?
Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies, and I stick to them.
I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn.
Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out.
What did you have in mind?
Well, how about stealing someone else's cursed stone after they filled it with soul dredge? If that was all you were after, then I can lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen cursed stone will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a cursed stone using my curse? Would you disapprove?
That would void our contract, ma'am. I'm just warning you now.
My.
So when she killed Shogo, she did use her curse stone to do it, because he had a lighter in his pocket and then used it, and then he burned. So his contract presumably would have voided then, I guess. But he had gotten one, so it didn't really matter. I don't know. I'm just saying shit. I don't even know if what I said made sense. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly.
That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that.
In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to do kill. What? The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
That sounds sensible.
And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right?
That's right.
In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. Seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
You really think it's that good?
The target can't do much to throw it off, and has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pockets. And say that condition was already fulfilled before they even knew you were there. They wouldn't even know what hit him.
Maybe. I won't actually have to use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said.
Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you can use the curse, then back out at the last second.
At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it right now.
That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig.
Oh, I see.
You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just a curse.
You flatterer.
As for what we should do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Thanks. Okay, finally. Right then, have you decided what you want me to work on? Help me with the right, sure.
Bringing my son back is more important. I want you to help me with the rite of resurrection.
Roger that. The right it is. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. Settle then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up, I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnappings as well. Oh, 2 for the price of 1, thank you! I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain.
Thank you. That's more than enough.
Now then. Are we done? Oh, thank God you got up. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout.
All right.
There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it. And try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going. Phew, that was a longie. That was a doozy. That was a doozy papoozy. How long have I been going for? 2? I've been here for 2 hours. It still doesn't feel like I've done a whole lot of anything, but I have been doing a decent amount because my mouth is tired of talking. I'm going to take a bathroom break real quick. Pee real quick. BRB. BRB.
Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Kanye West he lies. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Kanye West he likes big fingers in his ass. Kanye West he likes big fingers in his ass. Kanye West he likes good fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. He likes in his ass. He likes in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Yes, pinky. index finger and the thumb in his ass. To the butthole goes numb. West in his ass, north in his ass, east in his ass, most definitely in his ass. Yes, yes, Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. He likes big fingers in his. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. He likes big fingers in his. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Fingers, 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 fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Kanye likes fingers in his. Kanye West, he likes fingers in his ass. Fingers, 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 fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Kanye likes fingers in his hole. Hey, hole. Hey, hole. Hey. Fingers, 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 fingers in his hole. Hey, hole. Hey, hole. Hey, hey, hey. Maybe I'm going on an aeroplane and I got that thumb in my crack again. Man, fuck Kanye right now. Tell you, man, I am so distraught. Fucking Triple Q got his channel taken down. Some old horse shit, man. And IFBI, I don't even know who the fuck they are. They could just be like a fucking dumbless sheriff, just running around, doing whatever the fuck they want. Watch out. To the mashup artists out there, do not use Kanye shit. Kanye likes it in the booty, fingers in the booty ass bitch. Amber Rose has been up in there, fingers in the booty ass bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers, fingers in the booty ass bitch. Kanye loves it in his asshole, fingers in the booty ass bitch. Kanye likes it in his asshole, yes, Kanye likes it in his asshole. Fingers in the booty ass bitch, he's in fingers in the booty ass bitch. Fingers in the ass, fingers in the ass. He likes it inside his ass. Fingers in his ass, fingers in his ass.
Oh,
Kanye
okay.
West, he lies. Fingers in his ass, fingers in his ass.
You just like to eat one little snack that requires a little bit of chewing. Your mouth is all tired. You've been talking all day.
Kanye West, he
Look.
likes big fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he likes good fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. He
Looking
likes
into
fingers in his ass. He likes.
So now, still a ways away. It looks like she's out. It looks like she ended up going somewhere though. She's at a bridge, so she left her house at some point. And then she goes back to her house. Unless the garden is in her house, she went somewhere. She might have ended up going. She did end up leaving somewhere. Okay. So. Okay. Let's continue going down. I wonder how long this game is. I was like worried there's gonna be like a shit ton of branching paths. But it looks like if this is all the characters of that have paths, then I'm glad. It's shorter than I expect, but I also don't know how far these will go. Well, if it's from the night to day, I assume it can't be that long. Let's see. Back to our detective boys. Barf. Tsutsumi and Jun are sorting through the facts of the scene of Officer Hajime Yoshimi's mysterious death. Tsutsumi denies the existence of right of resurrection until the cursed echo of the Evergreen Beach appears before them. Right. That happened. That happened when I wasn't looking. Damn, I really came back as soon as ads started. Cringe. Oh well. And now there's something stuck in my teeth because I was snacking. Just watch Spring Sky for a second. Okay. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The right of resurrection really exists? And to use it, you have to kill people using the powers of the curses from the 7 mysteries of Hanjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area? Is that right? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth. I'm never silly. Look at my silly pointy finger to tell you that I have a carrot for a finger or something. I don't know. The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that. It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close. Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you were wrong? Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen. You don't have to keep saying it. I'm listening. We don't have time to waste. We'll talk as we walk. Then just fucking talk! Hey, wait for me, boss! What? What is this music? Oh, I gotta go somewhere? I guess it wants me to go to Ryokoku Bridge. Yeah, there's nowhere else. Why can't you just take me there? I guess because it implies that there's gonna be more locations to go as the detectives. It's like I'm playing Persona. Yo, that's embarrassing. Here's the game audio. Yo, my fault. My fault. I forgot I muted it when I switched the screens. Oh well. Oh shoot, does that mean the recording is not gonna have it? Oh well. It's just music. Sorry. I just want to double check one thing. Nope, I'm not in game. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility? It's the truth. Not like I can prove it, though. Bet? Oh. But why am I able... You would think that me looking around would imply that I would be in his point of view or something. Who am I that I'm looking around these two? Am I just a floating head? A floating figure? Who am I looking at? Look at his lack of crotch. He's not stupid, but he sure can be stupid. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some stupid time. So does that mean I can click on you? No. So I am you. But for some reason, okay, whatever. I don't care. Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. You're spoiling something, I think. But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him. Oh, okay. Well, you shouldn't have thought. You know what? Okay, I'll talk. My bad. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone. Right. You can trust me not to. No, I just can't believe it. I'd heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the security bureau. I can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there. No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. If we were watching everything from his point of view, we wouldn't be able to see Suzumu's pouts. But to be fair, when we were playing as Shogo, we saw his face when they were talking. It's just, but when we were looking around, we never saw it outside of Shogo's point of view. It was the looking around outside of their point of view that kind of threw me off. You serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them. You seem a bit too eager to believe in all this. Hang on, I thought you joined up because of me. Oh, come on, boss. Do you only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing. Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operate in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years, I worked nothing but cases involving supernaturals. How do you plan to tackle a supernatural case? If it's like so like unknown that there are people that don't even fucking believe in it, how could you possibly plan to fight against it if something supernatural actually happens? What did you do? What did you spend 4 years doing? Just reading the same thing, thinking like, I guess it must be ghosts. It must be a ghost. I guess it has to be a ghost. Like, what are we gonna do about it? I don't know. When the day comes that we can fight ghosts, I guess until then we just have to think about the fact that it's ghosts. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit Paranormal, ain't no way it's that long. It's called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit Paranormal Affairs Bureau. My dick. Yeah, I know it's more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I wonder why. Imagine, I'm Detective blah blah blah. I'm from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit Paranormal Affairs Bureau. But please, call me Paranormal Affairs. Only if people know of existing evil within the police force. Its name suggests it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it rarely believed by the general population, the Bureau activities are conducted the most secretly. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. Bureau has a network of psychics contacts across the country who assist in other cases, including Mia. Oh, it's like Ace Attorney. I love it that they had to hire psychics to help them. And one of them is a high school student. I also just like to believe, like, are the psychics, like, trustworthy? Do we know that they actually are doing their actual, like, real psychic stuff? Or is it, like, one of those tarot card readings that you have to pay, like, $20 to see if you'll find the love of your life someday? Pure undertakes investigations and stories across their desk through the vast majority turns out to be hoaxes due to the sheer volume of cases, closed-lipped experience detectives with paranormal, blah, 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 sometimes advised, blah, blah. Current chief of paranormal affairs is a man named Kuiru Nakagoshi. I mean, that's not a real name. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations and served as Mio Kurosuzu's mentor since discovering her. Koiru, that's such a hard name to say. Koiru is an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person. He's rarely seen in office. It's said that this is because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize that's the fact because Koiru is not actually a flesh and blood at all. His seat in office is usually occupied by a Nui, legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nui what? Nui resembles an ordinary white thrush. The Nue resembles an ordinary white thrush. Sure, that's definitely a normal thing. And acts as Kuyu's messenger leading to bizarre scenes of the police officer earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. Okay, a white thrush is a type of bird. Okay, thank you for explaining that at the end of the sentence. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation. Okay, whatever. So people think that this person might not be a real person because in his seat it's always a fucking bird, a white thrush. So do you know, have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course. Or what you call are you what they call spiritually gifted? Nope, I've never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. 1 beer and I'm down for the count. Not that, no, you're bringing the alcohol into this again. Who uses alcohol to determine the amount of strength you have when it comes to spirit senses? Why is this a thing? This must have been a thing in the 80s or whatever this year takes place in. Or this game takes place in. Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle? Nope, that's just me. That would help to get the point across. Oh, it's just you and then you pass it down to your daughter Yoko. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Oh, huh. Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you. No, it's not your fault, boss. At the risk of disappointing you again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on. What? So there's no hope for me? No, say it ain't so! God, your sideburns are so fucking atrocious. Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training. Yikes. Seems like something to be a violation of Article 69 of the Labor Standards Act. Haha, 69. Wow, you really know the law. No comment. Even the occult field has workers' rights issues, huh? So, what do we do now? We've got this right of resurrection and the cursed echoes of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. The curse is being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency. Is that bad? I'll put it this way. It's like handing out guns all over town.
Jeez, that's real bad.
It is. So we need to find a source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for paranormal affairs, but I talked to them on their way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. I'm gonna continue pounding with my shitty fucked up finger. Must have been a birth defect. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience.
Huh? What?
Then that overtime you mentioned means... Yep, you're gonna help me, partner.
Alright, let's do this!
You seem a bit eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working on a case you know nothing about.
You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss.
You really are something. Might actually be nice having you around.
Why, thank you. So, what exactly do we do?
If these curses are connected to the 7 mysteries, then the people who have the others should be here in town.
Right. If there's 7 of them, that means there are 6 more out there.
And we have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the cursed stones.
But boss, from what you said earlier, killing a cursed bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a cursed bearer?
Pretty much. Oh, how annoying.
We can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now?
Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mysteries of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's cursed bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave.
That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are.
What? It's possible that other cursed bearers with the same ideas will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious.
That means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Why don't I ask the guy who's been watching us this whole time?
That's not Shogo, right? I think it's too early for Shogo to be out. And then we didn't run into these cops until we were in like a garden or something. What do you know? There is someone there. Good luck.
Good luck. Shit. Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police.
Oh, it's Sweater Guy. Oh, I thought it was a cardigan, but I misremembered. Sorry, give me a second. Un moment. Un moment.
Ah, pocket.
Okay.
Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few questions, Mr. Yutaro Namigaki. That's your name, correct?
Yes. What was his voice? I don't care. I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective? Did something happen? Oh, right. Lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying.
Way to make yourself seem very innocent and normal. I'm gonna look at my junior for a second.
If this were a normal case, I'd be fine letting him take the reins. But curses are involved here. I should take over.
Wow, you're so responsible.
So, what to make of this guy?
Good thinking.
The man identifies himself as Yutaro Namigaki, a 21-year-old college student. He was watching us so calmly. We need to be careful with this guy.
Well, we don't have a storyline attached to him. Like, he's not a main character, so he must not be important.
So what is it you're doing here? Oh, must be the incident at the former Yatsuda Gardens. The dead policeman? Can't imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise. Huh? Say, Mr. Detective, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Beach?
Answer my question.
How about you answer my question first? What were you doing here? I was answering your question. I came here to look for the Evergreen Beach from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it.
I don't know.
Nope, sorry. Really?
How strange. Hang on. Have I adjusted the voice volume since I last played? I better be careful. Okay, I left it off. It doesn't matter.
How strange. Detectives, You have the cursed stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? You! How did you know? Ariel, you idiot! Uh-huh. Well, that was much easier than expected. Yo, crap! Sorry! It was a simple inference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens. If you know that, then. You must be a curse bearer yourself. I have no intentions of hiding anything. I planned to tell you from the start. Look. Oh, it's little shoes! This is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion. That's right. But are you sure about this? I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer. Not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detectives? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equals, shall we? Boss? Sure. We'd rather resolve this amicably too. I could have killed him! Oh, that's gonna be a route that I have to do, I think. Shit. I'm not doing it. Fuck it. I'll let the game do it if it wants to do it so badly. But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone. The Evergreen Beach, just like you thought. What? Well, boss, why would you tell him? As for how the curse works. Boss, are you having another senior moment? If you tell him that... It hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. Right! Wait, it came up because... Here. Let's speak as equals, shall we? So he was misleading us here. You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Things were being misled over here because that's when the thing popped up saying to use the curse. You wouldn't use a curse on a normal. He's not a normal person. He's a nerd. It hangs to death anyone who will try to mislead me. So if you try to lie to me, the cursed stone will let me know. Oh, it's like the not Megaton, it's like the Apollo's bracelet. Oh, wow. I don't have to use it to tell. Understand? Whoa, really? That's super useful. I see. Understood. That's pretty useful power for a detective. Now then, let's talk. Damn. Seems I've lost the upper hand. No point for petty tricks then. I'll be honest with you. Oh, he's lying to me again. So far, so good. Damn, you really said... You didn't have to say that. You could have just let him keep talking. There's someone I want to bring... There's someone I want to bring back. So... Wait, what? I'm sorry. There's someone I want to bring back. So... I'd like your assistance in collecting soul dredge. Can't help you. Please, all you'd have to do is tell me who the other cursed bearers are. Sorry, but as a police officer, I can't just look the other way and let you go. Please, if you help me, I'll let you two go as well. Is that a threat? I like how we actively said, hey, I can tell when you're lying. And he's just constantly lying. He's like, at this point, he's probably thinking that we're fucking lying about that. Because, like, if you knew that I was lying, you would have used your curse stone on me already. But I guess he also did say that cops wouldn't do that to a normal person. So who knows? He must be so confused. No. It's your final warning. I can use the curse on this? Are you lying that it's my final warning? Are you gonna give me a second chance? What does that mean? Oh god, I'm dead. Wait. My curse, the foot washing mansion. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? It didn't matter to me which of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dredges anyway.
Wait, not Migaki.
The foot washing mansion is a powerful curse. It's so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There is no escape from the voice at my feet. Ariel, get out of here! Hurry! I'll find you later! What? Okay. Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echoes. The voice of his curse echoes. So did it work here in this case too? Okay. This guy's curse has been made completely ineffective now. Because there's no point in turning on the voice. voice volume, so like, why the hell would I do? That's so funny. Any guy that this guy comes across when we're playing as them, he's screwed. He's dead. Oh, well, he will be dead. He would be dead. This is why he couldn't be a main character. His curse is too easy to avoid. Well, what? Why isn't my curse cycle working? Impossible. This has never happened. What's happening? I don't hear anything. Ariel, now! Grab him! You're right! Namigeki, get down! God damn it! I'm useless. I'm such a fucking NPC.
Boss, come here. His curse stone.
Good work. Give it to me. Oh. So if we grabbed it, then that means in Shogo's timeline, he wouldn't have had it or come across it? Come across him? I can't remember now. Damn it. Wait. What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up? I haven't even touched you. You can't consider that an assault of a police officer. Excuse me. Let him go. All we need is a stone. How could this happen? My right of resurrection. Give it up. The right was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whatever you lost the right way. Now get out of here. Damn it. This person had this person had the intentions of killing a person, and we're just gonna be like, carry on, move along. It's like the equivalent of getting caught jaywalking or something. It's crazy. Phew, that was a close one, huh, boss? We'd probably be dead if we had activated his curse. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but something stopped his curse from... Boss, are you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt? Yeah, the curse from this one is flowing into me too. Oh no! I saw what activates the curse of the foot-washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. I see. I always thought this was one of the stranger of the 7 mysteries. Now I know why. There sure is something. I'm just gonna continue alluding to it and not tell anybody what the fuck it is. What do you see? I'll save that for later. All you need to know for now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly. Come on, update the files. Let me know what it is. What the hell is Azure Huron Agency? Where did this come from? Who told me about this? Richter Kai's private investigation firm in Kamata, Ota City. Originally, Kai thought to give a simple name like Kai's Detective Agency, but upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names listed in front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with the A. Thus, the Azure Heron Agency is established. However, it's questionable whether the heron, the bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own system is referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than an Azure Huron, Richter keeps a white parrot as a pet and dresses not in blue, but mostly in white. If there was any symbolic connection to be made here, it surely have been lost to all but Richter himself. Oh! Oh no, he said white parrot. Never mind. That's not the same as the white thrush, right? The white thrush is the one that's the paranormal affairs. Richter is it's just someone different with another white bird. Private investigator also knows blah 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 blah. Where did this even come from? Why did this... Oh, maybe it was brought up when I was talking with what's his fucking face? When I was with him and the mom. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking for the bird. Oh, well, whatever. I think it's probably too late. I probably don't care enough. I don't know. This is the foot mansion here. Any more info? Okay, no. I guess they won't tell us. Phew. Oh, now you'll tell me? Hang on. I just did it too early. I see. Kills by crushing one who hears the command wash. Ooh. She was an accomplished omnyoji. Alas, she did not use her talent for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. crawling to a nearby house. Her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up and recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone please quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible, and so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. Wait, did someone say that he got her? Someone got her? Something else that was like cursed got her and made her start rotting. I forget what an onmyoji is. Is that like a... just someone who knows how to use magic? I forget what an onmyoji is. But... okay. I guess it's supposed to be bad, but I don't really know the full details of it. But it's whatever. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now? There was probably a bird here somewhere that I missed by not looking around. Dang it. We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out. You mean we have to do that all over again? I hope they aren't as aggressive as him, but... people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems that the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with would make people more willing to kill. Really? Then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they love me in paranormal affairs. So you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Bum bum bum. Oh, it's the park. Wait. This is the part where they meet Shogo, right? But then... no, and this preview picture shows that they're talking to somebody else. I think this might have been where they made Shogo, but... huh, I don't know. Alright, back to the girls. Information they gained from the spirit board suggests that Michio's death was not suicide. When they continue to press the spirit board, the location of Rai and a cursed echo suddenly appears. Right. 1 week ago. Bow, 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 bow. Interesting, the blackboard's outside their classroom. Oh, I can move around. Okay, we got... oh, no, I was looking for a bird.
Hey, did you hear someone from our school committed suicide? What? Really? Who? I heard that. Michio from Class C, right? No way, Michio! She's been acting pretty strange lately, but still can't believe it. Oh my god, no way! No way, Jose! I have to look around. I can't believe I have to actively look around now if I want to collect fucking bird stickers. As if looking around didn't fucking scare the shit out of me multiple times. So fuck you. Fuck this game. I like this music though. Okay, just gonna be careful while also keeping my eye out. I guess like they had the blackboard on the outside to write down like announcements and like schedule, not schedule. What the fuck kind of schedules would you put on the outside? What even would you like? The way this is gridded, it looks like... I have no idea. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I can't even begin to understand. A fire extinguisher on the floor? Crazy. What if someone kicks it? I don't even see it. I don't even see stickers. Did you hear about Michiu in Class C? Yeah, she seems like a stereotypical honor student in first year, but... she stopped showing up in class and her grades started dropping after her third semester. So she offed herself because her grades are bad? No fair. What do you mean, no fair? Just thinking about practice makes me want to die too. All anyone cares about is test scores and grades. No fair. I want to kill myself too by getting a bad score. What's stopping you, bud? Did you know? I heard Michio's mom remarried last year. They say her new stepdad's a total jerk. Really? How so? Like he'd peek on her while she changed it and couldn't keep his hands off her. Ew! I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists him, he gets violent. Ew! That's so scary. No way. I couldn't take that. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with something like that at home. I like how they say that, oh, her stepdad's a jerk.
He assaults her. He molests her and abuses her. What a jerk. That's the best I can call. That's the best I can say about him. You better see what's in the news before it happened here. It's a little scary. By the way, is there a girl who transferred into the class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy. Doesn't say that much. Did you know that the school she was at before she transferred also had suicide? Ah, for real? Seems like that's kind of fishy. Are you talking about Hitomi or whatever? That one Yankee girl? Oh, we're done. I need to pee still. Yeah, there might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please shut the hell up. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors, you got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. That's so epic. 2 days off from school because someone committed suicide. Let's go. Hey, you. Stop celebrating. Show some respect. Oops. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Sorry. I was joking. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly. If anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Is that the teacher's desk in the front? Also, why is there a desk up against the wall? Who sits there? What's wrong with this class layout? Man, school in the 80s was weird.
Yako? Sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being nosy.
Thanks, Mio. But, thanks, Mio. What? You didn't even say anything! You said, but thanks, Mio, even though you didn't say anything. Okay.
Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen.
Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
You know, sure. You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Will you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want?
Yeah, I know it.
I want to try it out. There's something I want to know.
Why are you telling me this?
I mean, you seem like the type that knows about this stuff.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you look like you're really into the occult stuff. You know, you've got that kind of gloomy look.
Huh? I don't know how I should feel about that.
But you do know how to do it, right?
Well, yes. I think I probably know a little more than most.
Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. She's got the sort of straightforward eyes that junior detective has. Whatever his name, June, Ario, or whatever. They could be related. Hey, Mio? You know about the Rite of Resurrection, right?
Yeah. It's that thing Mr. Araishi apparently discovered and wrote an article about.
Wait. Is Jonuchi in here? Jonuchi is not in here because he is not important. Never mind. I was trying to remember what that teacher's name was, but I just remember Jonuchi.
I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it.
Do you believe it's really? She's got the same pouty fucking lips as the goddamn junior detective. What the fuck is this? Why does everyone pout in this game?
Huh? Well,
Mio, you gotta pout. You gotta prove me right.
Sounds a little too good to be true to me.
On the off chance that it really works, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find it if there's even a slightest chance of bringing Michio back.
But how would you look for it?
Right. That's the thing. Michio, I wonder why she had to die.
She didn't even leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide.
That can't be right. She would never kill herself.
Michio was so happy and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed.
You're right. That's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They act like they care, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible?
Yes, it is. I've heard some that are pretty awful.
What? Awful? I mean, in the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like this is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad and that her grades went down. Her grades went down. But to say things like, how sad, no wonder she killed herself. How dare they? She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she'd kill herself over it.
Uh-huh.
I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad.
Something bad?
People have been talking about that body in the former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that the town is cursed or something.
Yeah, there has been a strange feeling around things recently.
Lip acting is usually pretty downplayed, but there's a balance. Lip acting? Yeah, it's strange that they would all be so pouty all the time. Or so often. Especially for characters that don't look like they should be pouting at that time. Like the detective. Detective is the main... That older detective does not seem like the kind of guy that would be pouting, and yet he pouts. So it's whatever.
The thing you want to ask, is it?
Yeah, I want to know about the truth behind Michio's death. And where the Rite of Resurrection is hidden.
I see. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be as easy as you hope.
Please, the teachers and the police aren't any help. There's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then...
Well... Okay, if that would make you feel better, then I'll help.
Yes! Thank you, Mio!
Okay, then tomorrow after dark.
Alrighty. It's so funny that in this timeline, the thing that happened prior to the first event with this girl is that it's a flashback. Yes. School, yes. Yes, school. Oh, right, we're back to where we left off with them.
Huh? Are you awake, Yako?
Yeah. What happened?
You can't remember?
Let's see. We used the spirit board and then... I suddenly remember something. I suddenly heard something. Like this weird voice. And then I passed out?
Yes, as far as I can tell, you weren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was.
Huh. Was everything okay with the spirit?
Yep, it was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand?
Huh? In my hand? Whoa! What the heck is this? It looks so freaky! When did I get this? I wonder if Mio... They say that they hire Mio to work with the police for the paranormal affairs because she has, like, high spirit sense or whatever. But I wonder if she's aware of the cursed stone stuff. Like, is she gonna know that what she has in her hand is a cursed stone? Are you gonna tell... Is she gonna, like, bring it up? Oh.
Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks like a little tool that were... What? It looks a little like tools that were used for ancient curses.
What? That's so scary!
Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you can recall. I think it might be connected to that object.
Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place. Then this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them!"
I see. Thank you. Yako? I think you may have exactly what you need in order to use the Rite of Resurrection.
Don't tell her that!
A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs.
What? You mean this is a real curse?
I know I said I wanted to use the Rite of Resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Yako, please calm down and listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about panicking.
No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured. And so, the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is.
Huh. I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but... You really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you?
Well, I suppose to an extent.
Hey, Mio. What do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I gonna die?
It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place.
What?
Trust me. I'll take care of things. It'll be alright.
Thanks. I was the one who dragged you along to do the spirit board.
It's fine. You're desperate to find a way to try to help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. So I'm glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward.
Okay. About the curse. What is this curse? Am I cursed?
Well, I've already looked into it a little. But I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you.
The power to use a curse? Do you mean this cursed stone?
Yes, if the cursed stone is used under certain conditions, a curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning into soul dregs. Soul dregs are said to be required to enact the Rite of Resurrection. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by Onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them.
Do you really... I feel like you should not be telling her about how to actually do this, because if she really plans to enact it, she's gonna go around killing people. Mio, you work with the police. Why are you telling her this? It makes no sense. Unless you want someone dead. I mean, unless she wants it to happen. But it's crazy. So someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone?
Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seemed to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows.
The Feast of Shadows?
Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain curse echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometer radius.
3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City.
Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse stones. Someone did this.
But who?
I don't know enough to say. But it's most likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the Rite of Resurrection. This isn't something that happened naturally.
I see. Man, that's a mouthful of stuff. Oh, it's not even done!
A cursed stone's power can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects also only appear after the sun has set. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened.
So the curses can't be used outside this area or during the day?
Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met.
Conditions? You mean like how my cursed echo needs someone to listen to the sound it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the cursed echo or make the sound? Do I just, like, will it? Do you mind if I try?
Stop! You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly! Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in this situation even though I'm here with you. That cursed stone. I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It would probably be best for me to hold on to it, but...
And I'd feel bad about forcing it on you.
No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it.
Really? Why?
If we tried separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you.
No way.
That cursed stone might look like nothing more than an old Netscape carving.
Oh, I guess I still don't know what a Netscape is.
But I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful.
Really? This little thing?
If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas pick it up, it could be bad. I think it'd be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold on to it for now.
Well, now I'm kind of freaked out.
Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then.
Okay.
So there are two things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the conditions while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse.
Right. Thank you for finishing that.
The mysterious voice said the cursed stone is called the Fool's Processions, right?
Yeah, that's from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story with the same name, one of the mysteries.
Right. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Which one's the Fool's Procession again? I forget. Hang on. Fool's Procession is the... Hearing the sound, they can never find a sound. Okay. Alright.
This is just a guess, but... It's possible that you were chosen because you could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection.
So if it feels like you want to invoke the rite of resurrection, then you would become a curse bearer? Like strong enough? Doesn't that mean that Tsusumi wants the rite of resurrection too?
If this is a curse of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there were others who received curses associated with the other mysteries.
Yeah, that voice also said that there were other curse bearers, or whatever you call them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul dredge by killing a cursed bearer.
Right. That's certainly not good. Even if you have no intention of killing others with the curse. There's a chance that you may be targeted if other curse bearers finds us. Eep! We'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible.
So basically what you should do is lock yourself in this classroom and don't leave, Yako. For no particular reason, for no reason that I know about. You should definitely just lock yourself in this room and not go outside and meet a guy named Shogo. I'm just saying.
But Mio. Yes?
If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michio if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too.
Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako.
But I really want to. Feel like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. If Michio died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? Oh, damn, you fucked. I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal.
What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never ever consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse Echo's grudge is rubbing off on you?
Will you show it to me for a second?
Is there something inside it?
Oh my god, what? Jesus.
No, stop! Yako? No, I'm sorry. But it's like... I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand. I'm sorry. But you need to give up on the rite of resurrection.
What?
Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse.
Pout, 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 pout.
But Michio could... I think for tonight, we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should be subsided in the morning.
Okay. Don't kill Mio. I'd be so upset if you killed Mio, Yako. Don't do it.
I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the right. It's beyond us. Even a single cursed stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please focus on just worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here.
Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there?
I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Huh? What?
Why did the lights go out? You had lights on? It looked like it was so dark.
Mio, are you okay?
Oh, I have to look. I'm gonna look away. I'm looking. I can't see anything. All right. Bet. I'm bracing myself. Yep. What's that? Hello? 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 I'm not looking at the screen. I'm gonna look at the small screen. I'm just gonna look at the small, yep.
Hello? Mio?
Yep.
She's not here. What's happening?
I'm not looking.
Where are you?
I'm not looking. No. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna make it. I'm just gonna look at the small OBS screen. Fuck off. Yep. No. What was that? I didn't scream. Ha 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 ha! In your face, game. Get me out of here! Mio! Where are you?
Yago! I'm here! Over here! Can you see me? Where? I can't see anything! Not that way, Yago! Behind you! Turn around this way! It's pitch black! I have no idea which way I'm facing!
Da. I'll just spin. Hello?
There you are, Mio! This way! Over here! Be careful! Field of vision is being limited! Right!
Nope. Something's going on. Nope. Not looking. Look. I don't know. No. Oh, that's how it ends. I didn't see exactly what that was. It was like some sort of a scary face, right? What was it the face of? Was it the same face of her curse thing that we saw the first time? I've gone so long without anything scaring me because we've been just so focused on like developing the characters and story and stuff. Like it's been 3 hours of just yapping that I'm just not in the mood to get scared. I'm not in the mood to scream. Seems a bit rounder and kitty. Oh well, I'll have to look back on the I'll have to look back at the playback later. We're at a point that I don't feel like getting scared. In fact, this is difficult because now it's like I don't know what's a good place to end. I'd probably want to be done before 5. I can still probably play a little bit more. But it's only because I want to go off for a jog since the weather is actually nice and not gonna fucking rain on me. But it doesn't feel like there's a good place to end because we're just like doing bits and pieces of each person's story. Let's play just a smidge more. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunted clappers, Haruhi Shigima is determined to use the right of resurrection by stealing the remaining cursed stones. She instructs her private investigator Richter to find other curse bearers. How long has one section been? I don't know. It hasn't been 30 minutes. It hasn't been like 30 minutes for each section. It's been like shorter, I think. So, I think. Unless my sense of time is completely skewed. Excuse me.
It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. So all I can do is wait. And wait.
You want me to see everything again? Sure.
The flowers put me at ease, just a little. Should I put a record on? No, it's too late for that. I'm not in the mood for music anyway. That old hanging scroll. I've seen it too often to feel anything for it now.
What's this thing out? What's this in the back? I can't even click on it.
It's a fax machine. I don't use it. I don't know anyone who owns it.
Moshi Moshi, phone desu.
I'm waiting for Richard to contact me, but he hasn't.
Oh, newspaper. That's new.
What's this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair.
Read it! What do you mean don't read it? Look at it. You're bored.
It's a newspaper. I already leave them here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do.
Let's look through all of them. Why not? We're bored.
Looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it made my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog.
Read it again. I don't know why you put it down. You still have plenty to read.
All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving to the era of large corporations. It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. What? It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise and exports are healthy. The dollar's down from its height, and people are saying it could fall further. There's no denying how much the standard of living has improved in the past few years. It's common to own a car and television now, and supermarkets are better stocked than ever.
It's 220 yen to the dollar? As in for every American dollar, it's 220 yen. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. That means the dollar's value is less. Okay. Right? Yes. I always forget. Whatever. She sounded like it was a good thing, so I guess it must be a good thing. For her.
Now that everyone has more spending money to go around, people are coming with all kinds of new diversions. Seems like only yesterday that people were flocking to the arcades to shoot aliens. But now we have these enormous theme parks and gaming machines that plug straight into our televisions. Everyone's talking about superhero series, foreign films, and movies based on the latest bestseller. Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music was all the rage. But now it's all about city pop and idols. I find it hard to care about that sort of thing anymore.
You make yourself sound so damn old.
Everyone attends high school now, even girls.
Oh, okay. I guess people weren't attending high school before.
Universal education policy, they call it. The country's gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education's the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities have gotten fierce, though. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquencies are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. He was only 11, so he wouldn't have been in high school to begin with. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind me of him.
No, read more. Read more. What? You're kidding me! Damn it! I have to read through all of them multiple times.
I don't really watch much television.
Me too.
It feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. But father stopped them from reporting the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss.
Oh my god. Instead of talking to somebody, I'm just talking to myself.
There's one thing Hanjo never wants for. It's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore. Not since last year. It brings back bad memories.
Stop putting it down, please! Can't you get a grip, lady? You're bored, you have nothing to do!
Suicide at local high school. Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off the roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure? What?
But oh, you're gonna see Michio's name!
No, this can't be right. Her name. Michio Shiraishi from Komagata High School.
Yo!
It can't be.
Yo, she just found that the person who might have abducted her kid is dead! We're also at the end of that, I guess.
Although with everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays, most people can only can only dream of home ownership. The city center is going to be nothing but apartments for long. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, so this all feels like another world to me. I hear the new big thing is some mascot line of delinquent birds. Mockingbirds, I think it's called. Was that what Richter was talking about? Trends seem to have such a short shelf life now, with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore.
True! Same!
It's young people who are leading the way with their modern world reviews. My generation will only fall further behind. Now that the comedy boom is over, all the comedians are flocking to other genres. The occult seems really popular at the moment. Look at all these paranormal specials.
We're done. Oh, thank God. Okay, don't scare me. We're just looking around real quick. We're just looking around. Tick-tock.
The ticking seems so loud. It just goes to show how quiet it is.
TV. There's nothing on at this hour. I see no point in turning it on. Okay, don't turn it on then. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look to the side. I'm scared something's gonna pop up. Oh wait, I can think. Let's think real quick.
Michio Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last week. But that means Mr. Jonucci was terrified of someone who already died. Is that what you mean by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left it off the hook, have I?
I guess we're going to go to the phone. Where is the phone again? No, it's the flowers. Hello? I'm waiting for Richter to contact me.
I made sure the receiver's on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls. Ah! That must be him.
Get it then. Answer, you dumb bitch. What are you doing?
Hello, Shigema resident.
$2 a.m. Yawn. We're sleepy. Komagata Bridge. Yahoo! Oh my God, you told her to stay at home and then you made her go out here at 2 a.m.? Jesus.
Richter called me out to meet him and we came here to Komagata Bridge. Richter, there's something I need to tell you.
Funny. I was just thinking the same thing. There's a sticker up there!
We're on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night.
That's so epic! Hey! Hey! Where'd it go? I saw it! I found it! It's a vulture! Oh no, it's a flamingo with a high school student's uniform on. Never mind. Anyway. Okay, I got what I needed.
He's gazing down at the water. What does he see down there, I wonder?
Probably water.
You go first. Please, go ahead.
Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries, looking for cursed bearers. I think I found a few candidates. First, a tall man I ran into at Kinshibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around me. And he was out there the second he figured... Wait, he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a cursed bearer. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on the South Warigesui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the cursed stones in his hands. Is this not Jonucci? Is this not the teacher? Wait. Richter was the one who talked to the teacher, finding out it was Michio, right? But he's acting like he doesn't know him? Is this, unless it's not the teacher? He's got the same posture though. He had a nervous air around him too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dredges, I bet. He'd make a good target. Next up is a pair. A young man and a woman I saw around Yogoku Bridge. A woman? Who's this lady? This time, the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a cursed bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around here often, looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. There was a lady with him, though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dredge as a group might be a decent idea if you could make it work. So she's another curse bearer? But with things being how they are, it's gotta be hard to find folks one can trust. They've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around.
The police are involved?
Not necessarily. A body turned up at a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's gotta be up.
How did you know where they're from?
Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye.
You found all of them in so little time. I really did hire the best.
It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai, P.I. No, wait. Make that Richter Kai, investigator extraordinaire.
An investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself?
You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit.
All that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right?
Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. Seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come.
There's something I need to tell you.
What's up?
Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi,
The one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping.
that's her. Well, she's dead.
She's what?
The student who committed suicide last week. That was her.
I heard something like that had happened. I never got the name though. Talk about bad luck. We finally got a lead, only to find it turned out into a little dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Junichi was so shaken up. He said she was gonna curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave?
Seems like we're back to where we started.
Not necessarily. That teacher knows something. I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her.
I see.
And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch.
A hunch?
Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess? Was he the kidnapper?
I can't say for certain, but...
Mr. Jonuchi? Silence Michio Shiraishi? With... with blackmail, with a murder. I don't, with a curse. What if Mr. Jonuchi silenced Michio Shiraishi with a curse?
What do you think?
Seemed to me he was more scared of what someone else might do. That might be a little far. Ah, damn, I was wrong. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not really cut out to play detective. Shit, give me another try. Let me try it again. No point in dwelling on speculation. This truth will come out in time. No! 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 Ah! Wait, let me go back and try it again. Let me go back. Richter! Damn it! Richter, let me do it again. Nah. Damn it, I can't do it again. Grr! Stupid ass.
Standing here is the last thing I want to be doing right now. That's my only chance to bring my son I can't afford to fritter away. Then why am I standing here still? Aren't I done talking to you?
I'm gonna turn around. There's going to be a river.
Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night when it's still, it looks almost peaceful.
Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home?
I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it.
Right. Should have guessed.
This was where they found him after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been. How cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. And I prayed to the river to give him back. to give me back my son. Day after day after day.
You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world meets next. So the act of crossing flowing waters had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then the Rokoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meireki, and just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from farmlands into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways.
Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told.
They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too.
So if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife?
Exactly. That's why the Rite of Resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else. I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot where we're standing now, right over the water. The border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Just thinking out loud, ma'am.
Well, it's a nice thought.
Wow. Wow, are we done? No, apparently we're not done. Is there still something to talk about the Sumida River for?
Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you?
Go ahead.
Must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of a missing classmate's hand.
Epic! Oh, from 20 years ago, that murder! What?
It was almost a miracle when you stopped to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an unidentifiable scar, and that they could tell it had been a murder from the blade marks on the bone.
Wait, are you talking about the Nejima murders?
So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but in elementary school at the time.
Oh, she's like older than him. It sounds like. Much older. Yeah, because she said classmate, and he was elementary? Oh, wow. She's got years on him. I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. She does not look anywhere near that old.
To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They say the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out into the sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved. Oh wait, a sorry story for everyone involved. It's funny. Everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around there myself. That's right. Which is why the riverbed is the last place anyone would go looking for. Or so the killer was thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it to the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped the body up into tiny pieces and threw it into the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom and never to be seen again.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima. The man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. But the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting?
Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders.
How could I not? After all,
Were you the one who did it?
I was the one who found the hand.
Ho ho ho. Ho ho shit.
The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me.
Huh. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day.
Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it.
Yo, he's the one that got your son kidnapped. How are we still talking about the river? Why are we not done talking? You know, I said that these parts don't normally take 30 minutes, but if it's something like this, where there's so much backstory, I guess it's gonna take 30 minutes.
The Sumida River. I have nothing but awful memories of it.
Oh, finally you want to be done. What is there to do now? Talk to you?
Is something wrong?
Not really. It just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Nejima murders.
So it has.
I was gonna wait. The fact that it brought up, I wonder, is the guy out? Fujimima, what's his name? Nejima? Unless he was sentenced to for life, or was he like sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing? Sentence was imposed with no appeal. Sentenced to life in prison. Okay, so he should still be in jail. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. Okay, well, you know, there's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Oh my god. All right, so that's why they brought it up. Only if they are found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right.
Oh, that's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society.
I hear they've been trying to fix that recently. Is that the stepdad? Is that Michio's stepdad? No. Wow. Okay, I clicked the wrong thing. Hang on. Michio's stepdad was a piece of fucking shit. Whoa. Where's the story stuff about her dad? Carried an old talisman, a memento of her father. Wait, where? Oh, here. Yo, he looking like fucking Tengen from Jujutsu Kaisen, but with hair. What the fuck is his chin? The men who had made headlines over 2 decades perpetrated brutal killings known as the Nejima murders. Doesn't mention anything about... Following her father's death. Oh, it doesn't talk about her stepfather. Where do I get information about her stepfather? Is it not Michio? Who's the one with the shitty step? I think it was Michio, the one who committed suicide? Yeah. I guess I don't know where to get that from, whatever. I heard they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with job... Oh, sorry. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodations.
Oh, really?
They keep an eye on them, of course. Make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities, so they won't be recognized in the workplace.
My. The way you put it. It's like you're saying Fumichika Nejima could be on parole right now. Back in society under a new name, with nobody any the wiser.
It's possible. As it happens, the little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if this was Nejima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind.
I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too.
What was it?
I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone.
Oh.
A janitor, I think. Could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima.
Oh, okay, so it's not someone that we know. I was gonna call, I thought Michio's stepdad was gonna be the fucking guy, and that he was being, that's why he was being like abusive and was being all molesty and shit, because he was a bad person. So it's someone we haven't seen yet. A janitor at the school in the middle of the night. So Yako and Mio are in danger of a criminal who's gone around killing girls before. Okay. Oh.
He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remember too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all. So, what next?
The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Remember this was about curses? Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely that other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think.
I see. Alright.
Oh, that's a woman! Excuse me. Hmm? Oh, great, I have to turn around. Pardon me. I'm not looking... I'm gonna brace myself. Oh, I see her in the distance. Oh, this is the woman that was with the cardigan, the sweater guy.
Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere.
Or this is Rick. I don't know who this is. Whatever. Hello! You're very pretty!
I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be curse bearers?
Uh-oh. Curse bearers? What's that then?
I mean someone who's gathering souls for the Rite of Resurrections. You have heard of the Rite of Resurrections, haven't you? Everyone's talking about it.
Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, miss? What was your name again? Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Richter said that he came across 2 people and one of them asked him straight up about the curse bearer thing. She was with the guy that asked Richter about the curse stuff. And he said no. And then they walked away. And now she's doubling back because now there's a new person here and now she's asking the same fucking question that that was asked of him that when she was there. Alright, whatever. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, miss? What was your name again?
Oh, silly me. I'm Ayame Tono.
Sure. Do you want me to... Sumida River. Oh, hey, Richter.
He's hiding it well, but I can sense that he's got his guard up. Could there be more to this girl than meets the eye?
I guess, what's her name? Haru doesn't know that this girl was one of the girls that came up to him.
She says her name is Ayame. I guess she's around 20. She must be brave walking around alone this late. Or maybe there's more to it. There's more to the right direction than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul treasures is to kill other cursed bears. That's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow.
No, I think you got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So are you saying you're one of these cursed bearers?
No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is.
Yutaro? Is that your boyfriend?
Oh, heavens no. Just a friend. His name is Yutari Namigaki. I suppose you could say partners in crime.
I am so perplexed. Richter literally said that he came across people that were potential curse bearers. And that one of them was Namigaki, the guy in the sweater. And that guy in the sweater came up to him, presumably. That's what he said. I think he said that. And he asked him, like, straight out, like, flat out straight. asked him, "Are you a curse bearer?" And Richter was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then Namigaki was like, "Never mind," and then walked away. It showed a picture of the two of them, these sweater kids, Namigaki and then this girl together. Would that not imply that those two were together when they why are they acting like they haven't met each other before? Funny way of putting it. So where is this Yutaro now?
Well, about that. He's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer.
Former? How so?
I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his cursed stone. Typical, right? Makes a show of being a top student, only to flunk where it counts. So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself, if you want something done right.
He lost it? How did he do that?
I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying that he didn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you'd probe into that of all things.
I'm just a curious, sort of, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject, whatever subject.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about it keeping it a secret.
I'm just trying to be thorough, man.
Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes, but I have to keep a level head on my shoulders.
Are we done? Okay, thank you. So anyway, mind if I ask why you thought I was a curse bearer?
Oh, that! I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, so I suppose I made assumptions.
Gotcha. Sorry if I gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers?
Great question. And the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your cursed stones.
And you thought we just give them to you? Just like that?
Well, maybe not. But you know what they say. You never know until you ask.
You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky.
Oh, goodness, no. We're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know.
My controller shook for a second? What the hell was that?
Anyway, you aren't curse bearer, so I'm bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me.
Okay, but you're still here, so what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection?
Well, Yutaro has his own plans all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it'd be a waste not to use it on someone that actually really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his cursed stone at the last second and use it for myself. Well, until he lost it anyway. Oh, but don't tell Yutaro I was gonna do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it.
Of course, keeping secrets is my business.
My, aren't you dashing?
Sounds like you really have your heart set on this rite. What were you hoping to use it on?
You promise you won't laugh?
Cross my heart.
Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I'm an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e in particular.
Ukiyo-e, huh? You must be a cultured lady.
Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e as some inaccessible high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah, I guess.
As far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai.
I recognize that name. He did the Great Wave or something, I think. Right? I think that's the artist.
Have you heard of him?
Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo period?
That's right! You're just as knowledgeable as you look.
Yep, there's a Great Wave, or whatever it's called.
His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic. They're the only works of his most people know. But Hokusai is so much more than just mountain and waves, but this is the most famous one. This specific picture that the game is showing us right now is the most famous one. Has only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work.
Gotta admit, I don't really know him from those landscapes myself. 36 views of Mount Fuji. I see, it was a series.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn.
Was this the one you bought a few months back? No. The one I bought is not Hokusai. The thing that I bought was a very simplistic thing that did not... It wasn't like these type of waves. It was like very soft wave things.
When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right?
So he kept on drawing right up to his old age, huh? Impressive.
But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out.
You want to bring back him so he can paint more? Huh? Hold on. Are you saying...
Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic?
Oh no. Nuh-uh. No way this is going where I think it's going.
Imagine the masterpiece he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it.
You've got to be kidding me. So if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to...
That's right. I want to bring back Hokusai back to life.
Well, that's certainly a novel idea. Oh damn, she's gonna be like... She fucking hates her for that. Like, Haru is traumatized at the loss of her son, and she wants to bring her son back so badly because of personal ties, but then this bitch is like, I want to bring back an artist so he can live longer, so he can paint more things, because I'm so quirky like that.
That's what she used it on? What a waste. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on the cursed bear before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck.
This is like where Haru would be like, fire! Throw fire at her and then use her curse stone. Well, there goes trouble. If we're going after curse stones, we should keep an eye on her. 2 if we can.
Why do you say that?
Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we're curse bearers.
My.
It's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I'll tail her for a while. You're gonna make her go home alone? That's crazy. You just said we gotta keep an eye, we gotta be careful. Go home alone at 2 a.m. It's crazy. Wow, look at her going home alone. Alright, we'll call it here. There's no good point to stop. There's no like a satisfying ending to stop. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. What did we do today? We did this. He died. I guess that was the start of it, yeah. And then we've unlocked... I mean, we've done, like... an amount. It'd be interesting to see how everything else plays out, because clearly everything is connected. It's been going interesting. Thankfully, not as much scares this time around, so I was being very over dramatic with my stream titles and stuff. The next time we stream this, I'm gonna be like, well, there's nothing to be scared, nothing to be scared about anymore. It's just all yapping. But we knew the nature of this game was gonna be all talking anyway, so I don't know what I'm complaining about. But some things could happen faster than others. I think in terms of how the game is implemented, the whole like having the dialogue go and then stop and then you having to click into the dialogue again to start off the same set of dialogues that you had already picked, the conversation starters, makes no sense to me. If I have to keep clicking the same thing over and over, you might as well just continue yourself unless there was something I'm supposed to do during those intermissions. I don't get it. But whatever. I'm going through it. I'm still interested to see how things play out because, like, you know, how Shogo gonna play a part in all this, knowing where he ends up. Like, now, where's this? Oh, so for hers, it's gonna get up to the point because Shogo. Oh, we're almost at the point where they meet up. But this is the part where she's gonna be in the process of like potentially ambushing him. Because Richter, at this point, he said he was gonna tail the girl Ayame. Ayame. So maybe that's what he was doing here. And then he asked about the lighter too. Interesting. And then he just let him carry the lighter. And these two were still unsure about. At some point here, this green area. This must be where they run into Shogo here, where they fucking scare me from behind the fucking tree. And these two, there's no way to know because they're currently up to some issues with the potential janitor that was hanging out outside the school, and also probably around here. I imagine the next one maybe, or even it could even be from here. Escape from. Oh, I think when we ran into the high school girl, when Shoko runs into her, they were probably running away. So this might actually be the point where they run into Shogo. Interesting. But that's it for now. Successful time. Successful. Wow, look at that. 20 days ago. Crazy. Oh, it would have been almost 3 weeks then. Wow. Anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We got some story done here. I didn't expect I expected more freaky stuff. But so far there's been just a lot of build up and a lot of backstory to all the certain characters and seeing how they get to where they get to when we meet them. So a little bit more of a dullish session, but you know, better for me that I didn't have to scream. Next time I stream will be whenever I feel like streaming. Don't know what it'll be, but if I do, I'll make a post about it. Until then, I'm gonna go out for my little joggy jog. You may want to adjust your artist career with more pouts. I'm gonna remove all the lips possible instead. I'm gonna go out for a jog. Maybe if I'm feeling really fat, I'm gonna treat myself to a pizza because I really haven't had pizza in so long and I miss it. I think about it every single fucking day, but I have not had a chance to have pizza. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. Have a good rest of the day. See you when I see you next time. And also, look